sign in. Yes.
Alrighty, we're finally on to our second session.
Yes.
Yeah, that's because I had company last week and I didn't see any of your messages until like 11 o'clock that night.
Yeah. Until we were all ready to just leave.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty much.
yeah, last we left off, you guys were planning on leaving the village of Morovia to escort Irina Kolyana to the town of Vallaki.
I remember our biggest question was whether or not we were going to stop by the babushka hut first.
Oh yes, the babushka.
Or if we were just going to take her straight to the objective and then worry about this later.
Well, you guys can decide that as you travel because it'll be like a day of travel to get there.
And it's like a half day's travel backtracking from Vallaki to Babushka's hut.
So,
would it be?
Oh, so each of these tiles on the map is a quarter mile.
Yeah.
So if we travel the way of the road, because we don't want to travel any other way.
No, we do
Along this road, that's 1.5. 2,
I did
3,
I did it, and it'll be fine. Don't worry.
4, 8. It's 6 miles between Vallaki and the hut.
And you travel about 4 miles an hour. You travel about 3 miles an hour, so it's about 2 hours walk back to the windmill from Vallaki.
Okay, we could do that.
So we're gonna worry about.
I think I said it was like 6 hours to Vallaki or something like that from where you are right now.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
It'll
mostly be.
It's like a full day's travel, but it's doable.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
So,
we only have 8 hours to travel, so.
So you guys are leaving the village. Everyone needs to make a perception check.
Perception it is.
Perception. Where's my perception? +5.
Yeah, I should have pulled my character up.
No, I never.
Does Helios also need to make this perception?
He can if he wants to.
All right.
Sure, why not? His perception's even better anyway.
That's not the right kind of die. That's a 1D.
I'm doing absolutely well on this start. My rolls are about as good as how I feel right now.
I need to double check to see what is my mod for that. All right, perception 3 becomes 5. Okay, 1d20 plus 5.
All right, Helios is the only person that notices this. I mean, you all hear the speech, but Helios notices in the shade of a building on the edge of town, notices a man standing there, and you hear a voice come from him. Leaving so soon?
Yes. Keep going.
Oi, who are you talking to?
When he'll point out the man to me, and then I'll point it out to the rest of the people. Do we recognize this person?
You do not.
So it's totally not Strahd?
You didn't get a good look at the guy you met last night, so...
Yeah.
Also, we're down here.
The king of the red flags the previous night.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold up. It's morning, isn't it?
Yes,
It's been
it is
12
morning.
hours. Oh, let me see. Roll.
Your bottle broke, so...
Oh, never mind. I'm fine.
Yeah,
continue.
because I cooked steaks from the wolf, remember?
Well, yeah. That was last night. We're talking about this morning.
Oh, yeah.
So after Aldan points him out, the rest of you do see him.
Yeah.
He's kind of back in the shades. You're not really able to get a really good look at him, but he is quite well dressed.
Yeah, but he doesn't even sound like the guy I met last night.
No, he does not.
Okay.
I'll ask him, what's to you?
I'd like to know what goes on in this valley.
So maybe this guy's Strahd.
You have divine sense.
Oh yeah.
This is true.
Wait, I'm trying to remember. How does divine sense work? I'm only able to do that once per day.
You can do that a number of times per day, equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier. Or no, your wisdom modifier, because you're a wisdom paladin.
Oh yeah. So I can do that 5.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Let me.
And you have all your uses right now because you got a long rest.
Yep. Yeah, because we just finished.
Might as well divine looky-loo this guy.
He is undead, and once again, you feel the same sort of thing you felt last night, where the dark magic seems to be focused on him.
Not quite as intense as the guy, or about the same?
No, just as intense.
So about the same.
Do I get any vibes from this guy, or no?
Yes, you... How do I want to do this? You know him. You don't know his name, but you know you've met him before.
Have I met you before, dear sir?
Of yours.
He stares at you. Well, you can tell he's staring at you, even though you can't really see his face quite clearly. Because of the shade, you can tell he's staring at you.
Yeah.
I believe we have.
You know this man, Vladimir?
I get a sneaking suspicion. My memories coming back little by little, but so far, the only thing I remember so far is that I have a wife, and that's how I got this scarf.
You are an amnesiac. Interesting.
Let's say, maybe hit my head on something a bit back. I go out to shake this strange man's hand.
It would be funny if it turned out his amnesia happened because I tried to kill him.
You do, yeah. He
whipped him in the face and caused him amnesia.
Your hand, and you and his hand is very cold when you shake it.
Oh,
colder than yours.
I mean, it might be.
Does Vladimir tell the rest of us that this guy is undead?
Oh, well, no, I haven't yet. I'm kind of just eyeballing the situation so far.
Okay.
Not wanting to cause I'm not wanting to cause a unwanted commotion if we don't need to.
But the rest of us don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
he's going to tell you at some point, but he's just not going to mention it quite yet.
He seems like he seems like a pretty nice person. He's got a nice, strong grip, and that's kind of what I like in a person.
Yeah.
Especially
he does have a strong grip, like he's accustomed to a sort of he's accustomed to a handshake, to a gesture that in this time would pretty much only be used among nobles and stuff.
I definitely appreciate his beautiful glare and his fangs. The way he's just stabbing daggers into my eyes with his his sheer gaze.
Well, gentlemen, we have much to accomplish today. Perhaps we should be off.
Oh,
yes,
all right then. Well, it was nice re-meeting you, I guess.
Be safe on your travels, Vladimir.
Oh, you remember my name? That's strange. One day I'll remember yours.
I'm sure you will.
Alright.
By the way, what is your name?
Let's see here. How do I want to do this? We'll leave that to mystery for now.
Oh, all right. I guess I'll I guess I'll remember it eventually.
You turn to leave, and once again, when you look back, the man is simply gone without any trace.
Yep.
That is disturbing.
Interesting.
I wouldn't worry about it. We just need to keep moving along.
He's a man who makes.
And we'll just
get away.
And we'll start on the path.
Okay.
And then at least what would be decent earshot out of the village, he'll just kind of drop. He was undead. Probably a vampire.
Oh,
That is not good at all.
Yeah, he did look a bit pasty.
He didn't seem to like the sunlight. Well, lack thereof.
All right.
well, I'm sure it's not a bad omen of any sorts. Go on, let's continue.
All right. So what travel pace are we moving at here?
I'll let the others set the pace because with my background, I can travel for twice as long without the problem.
So, reasonably... So, first of all, there's one main divergence in the path I see we could take.
Yes.
We could turn here at F and just pass through the
Vistani.
through the Visconic village.
Which would be the faster route.
Yeah, it is a bit shorter. That one's only 2.8 miles versus...
We're going to say that you're doing this as a cartographer.
I don't have proficiency in cartographer's tools.
Oh,
Does any of us?
Neither do I, but I'm the one holding the map.
6 miles versus 2,
So
basically
it's half the distance.
Yeah.
Why on earth would they have another path? This doesn't even have another road that leads anywhere.
The Vistani is towards it's not like a permanent path, it's more of a trail.
Yeah, so it is like a dotted path, so that tells me it's a little sketchy. So basically we could take a shorter yet possibly more dangerous path, or we could play it safe but travel for twice as long.
But the Vistani have horses, right? We could see if we could possibly acquire some.
Assuming they're still alive when we get there.
I mean, they haven't been killed since like
since yesterday.
No, they weren't killed. They were just like put out of their location. This is their ancestral home, which means they've been here for a long time.
Yeah, but like we've clearly been getting tailed by vampires this whole time. So we literally could walk back into a bloodbath and go, oh well, look at that. Look at that. There's Anakin's mother over there, and we got a bunch of Tusken Raiders we need to kill.
Oh my gosh. Now we just need to go to an orphanage and we're good.
Yeah. Maybe a space wizard will pick us up.
Maybe.
I mean, we have better chances if we're a slave. Anyways, enough Star Wars memes around.
Oh my gosh.
Enough prequel memeing around. What do we?
Yes.
So we wanna take the possibly riskier road. Remember, we do have an extra passenger.
Jerry?
Oh, that reminds.
That
reminds me.
Okay.
Yeah, the lady I actually legit wrote down on my paper because I basically got all indications that she's kind of central to the plot. So
yeah. It's hold up. What's Irina doing at the moment?
She is looking a little nervous after your encounter with the.
Wait, I have a question.
Man.
I have a question.
Okay.
On the road, instead of going all the way around, can we just go from here to here?
That would be considered a quick encounter. That would be considered a section through the wilderness, which would be a bit slower and would have an increased chance of an encounter.
There's a higher chance of running into monsters through the wilderness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically think Pokemon rules. the more into the tall grass you go, the more possibility you're going to get attacked by a lightning shooting rat.
Oh, into the long grass.
That was a surprisingly good movie, actually.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch that. I've been in like a huge horror mood lately.
But although literally the only thing I couldn't help myself doing when I saw that movie was when it showed the title of the movie. I couldn't stop myself from just suddenly out loud singing the intro battle theme for the original Pokemon games. I just couldn't.
All right. Okay. So, let's make let's make a democratic decision.
Path G or Path H.
Well, you have to go through H regardless, but
Yeah.
H is over here. The southern
path
path
is-
Or path G point.
Basically, overall, I'm giving everyone the choice of bottom path or top
Ooh.
path.
I say we just go top. I think we'll be we're well enough equipped.
Worst case scenario, there's just more wolves.
Which we kill, and then we have fresh meat
More
for lunch.
money.
all right.
All right.
First flag travel actions, please.
All right. Travel actions.
Travel.
Oh yeah, let me pull up
This
the
will
wiki
be
again.
something that we'll need that you'd want navigation on, because you do
Yeah.
have a map, but you'd still need navigation.
Oh heck!
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
pull
It's
that
like
up.
okay. All right. What type of What type of check is a travel check or
A navigation
cartography?
check. It's either
Navigation.
navigator's tools or survival.
Yeah.
All right.
So, oh wait, doesn't Vladimir? He's got the fancy thing for survival
yes.
checks. So we should have him navigating.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Vladimir
That's
is
why I'm the one
navigating.
who. That's why I'm the one holding the map.
Yeah.
Vladimir is
So
navigating. The rest of you.
I will scout.
Okay. So I'll have you make a survival check.
Shoot, I was gonna scout. Okay.
Do you want me to do that now or later?
I'll have you do it later once we get to.
Is this considered difficult
Okay.
terrain?
This is not considered difficult terrain.
Okay, Trailbreak Blaze is not a thing.
Nope.
Let's see here. We're not pulling any wagons. We're not tracking anything.
Leave the tracking to me.
Yeah.
I will attempt to hunt something for blood.
Helios will keep watch.
All right, who's keep
Yeah.
watch? And Maddie, what's Maddie doing?
She's just gonna keep watch.
Okay. So
Make sure at least one of you keeps an eye on our +1.
So
Okay, then I'll keep her company.
Good.
Brad and Joey need to make survival checks. And
All right. Well, we go to 19.
And then
That was a
here's
terrible roll on the D4, though.
okay, yeah, you travel this path without an issue. Hold on, we'll see what happens depending on what happens.
And then here's
If
Helios'
there's an
perception.
encounter, you'll find it first, basically.
Yeah. And here's Helios' perception for keeping watch.
Okay. And Dragomir, you find wildcat tracks.
Wildcats?
Yes, you find tracks of wildcats.
Are you tracking something? Are you hunting and
He's
foraging?
hunting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Would you like to pursue the hunt?
How far away is it? Is it like something
it
that can
would-
reasonably?
It wouldn't
Get
be
back
too
to-
far. It would be
All right.
if the party has an encounter this travel leg, you would probably miss it, but it wouldn't be too far. So
All right. Yeah, I'll continue hunting.
okay. So make a survival check to track.
So he just kind of leaves the party.
Yeah, he leaves the party to go hunting.
Don't
I mean,
die.
Aldon's technically also left, I think, because he's scouting.
What was this?
Have
What?
fun.
7.
You
Wait.
are not able to track the wildcats.
I use my first instance of luck.
Okay.
I take a look at my scarf, and I remember we're going to say that that's my lucky charm.
Okay.
Oh shoot! Roll 1d20 plus 3. 16.
All right. Yeah, you are able to track the one wildcat to a small clearing.
All right.
It is a very large wildcat, but it is present in the clearing.
How far away am I?
You are probably 50 feet away. This is not a combat hunt. This is a make an attack roll.
Oh, okay, all right. Because wildcats are a little bit dangerous.
No, this is just make one attack roll, and if you hit, then it dies. So.
All right.
So with a ranged weapon is what you're going to be doing. So go ahead and roll with advantage because let's see,
I'm sneaking up on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold up, just trying to see what I add. Okay. +5 from that. Plus
Actually, it's
2.
not with advantage. It's just it's because you didn't roll over. You didn't roll 5 more than the track DC.
Gotcha. All right. Okay, so +5, +2. So
with
that's
a ranged
+7.
weapon. So.
Right. I got a warbow. We're gonna use that. Hold up.
And you can recover your arrow too. So.
It's still +2 for proficiency, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
+2.
Okay.
Yes.
16.
Yes, you successfully shoot it and take it down. You now have the corpse of a wildcat.
All right.
And if you were to, you estimate that it would probably have about 18 pounds of meat.
Oh, lovely.
Take it back to Vladimir. He'll carve it up for you.
Hey, he'll carve it up, and I've got cooked utensils so I can cook it.
All right. I guess does anything happen to the rest of the party or no?
I'm gonna figure that out. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, that's where we are.
It's a mile, which is 1, 2, 3.
I
4.
completely forgot
that's
that
a
was
half hour of travel there, and a travel leg is 4 hours of travel. So we're gonna see if anything happens here. Nope, nothing happens. So Aldon, you don't find anything special in your scouting, and for the first 2 hours, nothing special happens. And for the rest of the travel leg, it'll just be, and basically how it'll work is if you go hunt or forage or you go scout, you will be missing an encounter if it happens that travel leg, basically. So.
Okay.
2.
But someone needs to do that.
1.
Yeah. All right.
See, nope, you don't get an encounter at the crossroads. 2, 3, 4. Okay.
So were we actually going to stop at the Visconic encampment?
Yeah. We were just going to check.
So as you are approaching, so it's been about an hour and a half into your journey. You begin to approach the Visconic encampment when all done, as you are traveling along the road ahead of the party, you notice. Let's see. You notice something. Obviously.
Okay.
A figure walks alone with the stride and bearing of one who knows no fear. Clad in rusty armor, it clutches a gleaming longsword in its pale hand and looks ready for a fight. It is moving towards you, but you can make a stealth check to see if it notices you.
I'll do that. I need to change this from Helios to Alden. /R, 20 plus 4. 15.
It does not. It does not seem to notice you.
How far am I ahead of everyone else?
You are... That's up to you, actually.
Okay. What's the range on whistling arrows' noise again?
200 feet.
200 feet. So that's probably not... That's not really much for scouting. I'm probably 600 yards ahead of them.
Okay. So I'll say you're a grid space ahead of them. Just
Okay.
Just for easy
Yeah.
use.
Okay. So I
Which means it would
will.
take them a while to reach you.
Yeah. I will. So which direction is this guy heading?
He is headed towards you in the direction of towards the crossroads.
Towards the crossroads.
Yeah.
Okay. Towards the path.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to follow him and see where he's going.
He just appears to be walking along, like just to walk. Since you're following him, I'll have you make another stealth check.
Nope.
All right. When you start to move, you step on a twig that snaps, and he turns towards you, and you notice he's undead. Make an insight check first of all.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously undead, like
Obviously
clearly got
undead,
a
like desiccated and.
like clearly like missing a jaw or something.
No, he's all in one piece, but he's like desiccated and clammy, like
So
a
he's
zombie.
got like
However, Aldan notices the intelligence in its eyes and deduces that it's probably a revenant.
Probably a what?
A revenant.
A revenant.
It turns towards you, and it looks directly at you, and just for a second or two, it just kind of stares at you, and then it plants its sword, drops to one knee, and bows towards you.
I raise an eyebrow and be like, who are you?
I am a fallen member of the Order of the Silver Dragon, my lord. I do not remember my name. I seek only to slay Strahd's wolves and other minions.
How long have you been here?
The Order has been here for over 4 centuries.
Stuck in this dreary place?
You were trapped here when it became Strahd's domain.
Hey John, quick question. How long till the party moves a grid space?
Let's see, grid space is in
Quarter mile.
Yeah.
It's a quarter mile. You can move about 2 miles an hour. No, about 4 miles an hour. So about 4 spaces to a half hour. So about 7 minutes.
Okay.
we can see them, right?
You can probably see them like up ahead in the distance, but you can't really make out many details.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just keeping in mind in case we accidentally stumble into an enemy encounter that Aldan started.
Yes. And Dragomir would not have returned from hunting yet.
Okay.
I will ask them, rise and then tell me about this place. Everything he knows.
We're gonna say I'm right around like in there.
Sure. This is the Valley of Morovia. He rises to his feet. This is the Valley of Morovia, the domain of the vampire Strahd. It became his domain centuries ago. The Order of the Silver Dragon came here. I don't remember, but when Strahd came here, he annihilated us for being against him. Our souls were trapped, and we became revenants that seek out to destroy him. You must travel to Argenvostolt, the home of our order, and convince our leader, Captain Horngard, to help you.
Yes, I will do that as soon as a passenger who is with my associates we deliver in a safe place away from that castle, and I point off in the distance towards the castle.
Castle Ravenloft. I do not recommend you travel there until
Yeah, we are trying to.
In your current
we are-
state, I imagine that Strahd would make short work of you.
Yes, I would imagine so. If he
Make sure to keep him around. This sounds like an important landmark we might want to know, but you don't have the map.
You notice also on his armor, he bears a crest of a dragon's head in profile.
Of a dragon's head?
In profile.
In profile. I assume it looks like a silver dragon?
Yeah, roughly.
Roughly.
Oh,
It's kind of hard to tell because it's corroded, but yeah.
Yeah. And then where did he say this order headquarters was?
Argenvostholt. It is to the west of here.
Okay.
Ask him if he could show us on a map.
While we've been talking,
the party is probably caught up.
Okay. I move over. Vladimir, look, you got that map?
Right here.
Vladimir?
These are your associates, yes, my lord?
Yes, these are my associates.
I'm just gonna look between him and the very clearly rotting corpse, and then just kind of shrug and walk up.
He points out spot Q on your map.
Spot Q. Let's see. Where are you?
Over here.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. I'm gonna.
Argenvostholt can be found here.
A dead place.
That's about 3. It's about 4.5 miles from Vallaki.
Yeah.
Change color to.
That's about an hour's travel from our destination. Oh, there is one other thing I'd ask you. There was an old woman.
Knigget.
What was that, Spencer?
Knigget. That's where the knight is Q. So it's Knigget.
Oh.
Yep. And I circled it because that seemed with our green color because that seems rather important.
Mm-hmm.
And probably like a next objective thing.
That is quite obviously a square.
Yeah, I asked him what he knows about
the draw circle. Okay.
If he's heard anything about a hag. I think it was a hag. Was it a hag?
She was not a hag. No, she was just an old woman.
Oh, just the old woman. The old woman who was taking children as payment.
Oh no, her. Oh.
Her.
Not babushka.
Okay, I thought you meant Madame Eva.
No.
Okay. I mean, technically,
babushka?
Yeah,
technically we don't know it's a hag because we never tested for that.
Yeah, you don't know what she is, but he will tell you that he has not heard of them, but given that he has not heard of them, it means they're probably not in league with Strahd.
Oh, that is good.
So let me get this straight. This guy's whole purpose is to destroy Strahd.
That is
his
my
entire
purpose,
orders.
yes.
Quite so, but he seems to be very bad at it because there's still a vampire around.
Strahd is cunning.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slowly turn at him as if he clearly wasn't listening to a word I said since we got here. I did call him the first vampire, which already by itself should imply that he's very powerful.
Yeah, probably.
And I'm just gonna turn towards him and then turn back to the knight. So where are you heading?
I searched this valley for Strahd's minions to destroy them.
Oh, so you're like pest control.
I suppose that is a way of looking at it.
Well, we thank you for your efforts.
He bows again and continues down the road.
I bow to the knight back.
I also do that. I wish him luck in his endeavor.
You as well.
I decided to go along with everyone and just do a really lazy salute.
Not gonna lie, part of me kind of hoped we were just gonna have a new undead party member.
Well, we never convinced him to come with us.
Oh well, that's fine. He told us to go talk to his undead king. So
No, the leader of the order, Captain Morgan, is what he calls him.
yeah.
I mean, actually, Dragomir is gonna call. Hey, you want to join us?
Yeah.
We got space. We're gonna fight some things along the way, probably, and an extra hand would be nice, or 2 hands. He does have 2 hands, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He's more or less intact. He just looks rotten.
Yeah.
Just think
I would
Draugr.
not burden you.
Oh, no, it'll be fine. You can't eat, right?
I cannot.
That is good. That's not a burden on our supplies, then.
It is, however,
Wait,
a
actually,
burden on
how
your
fast does he walk?
He is a bit slow.
Okay. All right. Never mind. We gotta
He's
cut
slow.
him.
What?
We gotta cut him. He's gonna waste our time.
Yeah. I just take a swig of my flask of wine.
Okay.
Hey, I got a new flask yesterday. Might as well use it for something. I just assumed we could just hand wave that.
Yeah. It would be like a matter of like 2 copper to fill it up with wine, so...
Well, not even that, but we actually have wine with us.
Yeah, we had wine last night. I gave him the wine so he could use the wine bottle for other purposes.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so
Who wants the bottle? Dragomir wants the bottle.
I want the bottle.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I took the actual alcohol.
Yeah. Travel actions would be over for this thing, so... 1, 2, 3, 4. You pass by the Visconic camp and notice them still there, but... Like, they're still there, but a lot of them are off hunting when you pass by. Most of the horses are missing.
The knight left, I briefly spoke in Draconic to Helios. So does anyone besides me and Helios speak Draconic?
No.
Let me check.
Is that a weird form of Elvish?
No.
No.
Then no.
I speak Abyssal, Celestial.
Actually, hold up. Let's see if I can understand it.
Yeah.
D20.
If you can, then I'll say what I said to him, but if you can't, then there's no point.
No, he can't.
Yeah.
So what do you say to Helios?
It appears more people are aware of who we are
Okay.
than we at first suspected.
Okay.
Are you guys talking shit?
1, 2,
They're talking about my hat, aren't they?
Come to here.
I bet it's ugly.
I couldn't understand what he said, so I didn't care.
Nope, no encounter. You follow the dirt road as it clings to the side of a mountain and ends before an arching bridge of mold-encrusted stone that spans a natural chasm. Gargoyles cloaked in black moss perch on the corners of the bridge.
Wait, hold up.
What? Their frowns weather-worn. On the mountainous side of the bridge, a waterfall spills into a misty pool nearly 1,000 feet below. The pool feeds a river that meanders into the fog-shrouded pines that blanket the valley.
Wait, hold up. There were no horses at the Visconic camp.
There were no horses at the Visconic camp.
Okay,
there
never
were a
mind.
few people there, but not very many. Most of them were off hunting or doing other things.
Gotcha.
The really the only thing I was gonna really care about is if we came back and found it burned and pillaged.
Okay. So yes, you come across a bridge with gargoyles sculpted on it.
Since they instead seemed to be frolicking in the fields collecting honeydew, I don't actually care.
It has been about 2.5 hours since your trip started, just so you're aware. And a travel leg is 4 hours long.
So, in other words, the next leg of our the end of our first leg would be
About here.
like just shy of the babushka's place.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, you come across a bridge. Do you want to do anything at the bridge or just cross it?
Well, I mean, what can we do at a bridge?
I'm just wondering if you want to do anything.
I swear, if that snail shows up.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna check something out. The bridge looks safe, right? Like
Yes, the bridge
stable.
The bridge is a little bit slick, but it looks safe.
It looks safe. All
It
right.
looks like it's of quite good craftsmanship, in fact.
Let's see here. So he bagged wildcats. We don't need to fish or anything like that.
Yeah.
What's our water supplies?
You each have a water skin.
Yeah.
And the water skin would be. Well, it doesn't really matter because the river is 1,000 feet below you, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jeez,
This is
okay.
already
He did
all
say
bridge.
chasm, and I was a little worried about that.
Oh.
Well, wait. I mean, where's actually no, that wouldn't work.
Don't worry, we can totally collect water with this.
No, I was thinking, what if I
Just
just put it on the end of the
need a
fish
long
hook and
rope.
lower it down that way? I was like, wait
Okay,
a second,
guys.
that punches the
Okay,
hole in
guys.
it, which makes it leak. No, it wouldn't work.
Okay, guys, at a game. All right. Here's what we do. We get some rope. We tie it around one of our party members, and then we get another thing of rope. We tie that around another one of our. We tie that against the other
rope comes
side
in
of the
50
rope,
foot sections,
and then
right?
we have the remaining. And then we tie the remaining rope to Belmont's whip.
It would not even come close. You do not have enough
Wait,
rope.
We would need 20 segments of rope.
Oh my
For
gosh.
1,000 feet.
No, I'm good. I'm
Hold
good.
the phone. Your little dragon buddy can fly, right?
Yeah,
Not
I'm just
yet.
gonna see.
Dang it.
Well, yeah, he
know
can
what?
fly, but he can, fly only himself.
Well,
We
yes,
can
yes.
throw him down to collect the
Oh
water.
wait,
and he can just fly back.
actually, the bridge is over a fairly. Actually, the bridge is over a fairly small river. The 1,000-foot drop is right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's the 1,000-foot drop.
Here, it's a waterfall.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
This would
All
kind of
right.
come down a hill, but yeah.
Okay, so we could theoretically collect from here ish.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's the way it goes.
It could be the
I'm
other
pretty
way.
sure this follows this road over here follows the river, so it's
Yeah,
like
it's
against the bank of the river.
It could
Yeah,
be that here's the high part and there is the low part, because the way it looks. Because
Yeah.
it looks like right
Or
there.
are we going to
is-
have the high ground?
No, well, we have the
Or are
low
we going
ground.
to be Anakin? Okay, we're Anakin.
We have the low ground.
I don't
Yeah.
get the high
Yeah,
ground
you
because-
probably
okay.
wouldn't be able to access
Oh, no.
the river.
Okay, so this is on top of a mountain. Wait, hold up.
It probably at least wouldn't be
This is on
easy
top of
to
a
access
mountain
the
right
river.
there. And technically, okay, all right. I'm gonna use my freaking GIS skills to see if this is the tall point or the small point, because the castle over here is on a cliff, right?
Peak.
Yeah.
It's atop of a peak,
Yes.
and so. Yeah, we're on the high side because
Well, no.
was it
Look at the way
judging from these?
Look at the way the waterfall is. Look at the way the waterfall is. The little billowy parts look like they're right there, not up here. So it looks like the river flows that way.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
like I'm trying to look
I
at
guess
contour.
Yeah, you would be on
lines.
the low side, so
Yeah,
so
we're on the
it's,
low
it's,
side.
It's way below you.
Oh yeah. It's like because these ones are facing or pointing downwards, so then that means
Yeah, so-
Yeah,
above
and
that.
the DM's description did specifically say, stretches across a freaking chasm. So,
Yeah.
All right, so we definitely won't die if one of us falls in.
Well, no,
No,
if
we
one
will.
of you fell, you would take 20d6 bludgeoning damage and be in a river. So yeah, you would probably die.
hey, is
No. Like
hey, John.
from the bridge that we're going, we can't possibly fall upwards from a waterfall, right?
Yeah.
Then that means we're good.
So, John, I'm just gonna ask something for the sake of just trying to move this along. If would there be anything to grip onto if theoretically I slipped off for some reason?
The The chasm's walls look very slippery, so probably no. They
Well,
look very
anything like
slippery
that.
and very sheer.
I'm basically asking that if I end up somehow slipping off this bridge, I could just Indiana Jones my way to safety.
No, not really.
All right.
Like, you might be able to grab one of the gargoyles, but that's like roll a nat 20 and you do it, so...
Yeah. All right.
All right.
But
So
besides, the bridge is safe to cross, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just checking on our water supplies while we're at a body of water.
Yeah.
Except the body of water is 1,000 people in.
But it's a moot point because the body of water is not accessible, so...
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'll
anyways,
say
it
you
is.
guys,
It's just
you guys
the
probably
dragon.
go through about... So you each have a water skin,
Mhm.
and you guys
Yeah.
probably go through about, like, half a water skin a day or so.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
water skin holds a decent amount of water.
Mhm.
So we do need water.
Well, you would still have like most
We still
of
have
your,
today's
most of your water.
portion, but we'll definitely need to refill after today.
Yeah, you'll be at half after today.
All right.
But look at,
But
but if you notice, Vallaki is like on the shore of a giant lake, so
you
Yeah.
got a point there. But we have a dragon buddy, don't we?
yeah. But you
Yeah,
have
but
you have
he-
plenty of water right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just
alright.
checked. He can't end his turn flying until 5th level. One
Oh.
more level up.
Oh.
He can fly, but he has to end his turn on the ground or he will fall to the ground.
Yeah, never mind. Let's continue.
Okay,
He's
so-
still growing.
Such a baby.
Let's continue.
We don't
Let's
think-
continue on this road before I run out of wine.
4, 3 hour mark. Check for encounter. No encounter. 1, 2. This is another special place. Even here in the mountains, the forest and fog are inescapable. Ahead, the dirt road splits in two, widening towards the east. There you see patches of cobblestone, suggesting that the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare.
I can
Hello?
clearly see that this eastern branch just leads to Strahd's castle.
Yes, you can clearly see that the eastern branch leads to Ravenloft.
Like, not even just to the fact that we could just literally look east and there it is. It's also
mean-
the fact that it's on the bleeding map.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a giant hill in the way.
Well,
Yeah.
the path curves around like this, so you would know it would
Yeah.
lead to Ravenloft. It's easy to figure that
Alright.
out, just from like
Yeah.
like a child could figure that out.
Yeah, not just that, but again, map.
Yeah. Moving
Map.
on.
Well,
You
all
come
of us are
across
looking at the
another
map.
one of those gates that you came across when you were on the wagons. You know,
Wait,
the gigantic. You know the gigantic gate you came across when you were on the wagons with the big statues.
Yeah,
next to
yeah,
it?
well, the one with the
Yeah.
two headless statues.
You come across another
Yeah.
one of those, and these gates are open, so you don't have to.
Oh, okay, they're already open.
These gates just stand open.
Okay.
All right.
So that would be.
Why is there a section of gate in the middle of
3.5.
nowhere?
Nope.
Did anything happen when we crossed to the other side of the gate?
Nope. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is the end of this travel leg. Ooh, and I rolled an encounter. So,
Oh.
Fun.
Okay, so who hasn't rejoined the party and who's...
everyone has
And
rejoined the
who's-
Everyone has rejoined the party by this time.
Yeah, that was a
All right,
while ago.
cool.
We just didn't do travel
You
things.
are traveling along when you notice. Let me find it.
I swear, if we find like another pair of clothes.
A deep voice calls out, "Who goes there?" Through the chill mist, you see a large man in drab clothing wearing a tattered gray cloak. He has shaggy black hair and thick mutton chops. He leans heavily on a spear and has a small bundle of animal pelts slung over his shoulder.
Your mom. I'm kidding. That's
No, this
These
might be the
those
crazy.
childish.
Remember what the fortune told us.
Travelers.
Hello, strange man. May we interest you in a wildcat pelt?
No, thank you. I have plenty of pelts.
All right.
He looks down at How does Vladimir normally carry Vampire Killer?
How do I normally what?
How do you normally carry it when you're not carry Vampire Killer when you're not using it?
It's basically wrapped up, kind of loop. It's easier to describe if you just saw the show, but basically it's
wrapped
if
in
you've
a
ever
tiny
seen
loop.
Indiana Jones with his whip put away, it's pretty much like that.
It's coiled
just-
and attached to your belt.
Yeah, coiled and attached to my belt.
He looks specifically at Vampire Killer. That's a fine whip you have there, sir. Mind showing it in the light so I can get a better look at it?
All right. I make sure I have a firm grip on it and I pull it
And
out.
I insight see if he's trying to take the
Yeah.
whip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
you can. You can insight to see if he's trying to. take it.
That's a good idea too.
As a crook,
Ah,
I am going to insight check.
Yeah.
23.
20.
Watch me roll a 3. Ha!
Look.
I rolled a 5.
That's a 1S. 1d20. 20 insight. Oh. Plus 3. Plus 3. Nope.
Point is, I keep a decent grip on it anyways.
7.
Aldan, you know he is not trying to steal the whip. He seems more curious than anything.
Okay.
But he does approach, and he kind of hovers his hand close to the whip, with just not quite touching it, as he just looks at it closely. A fine weapon indeed. It should serve you well in this valley. Well,
Wait,
Certainly hope so. What was that, John?
well, that was... Well, peace to you. And he continues on.
We're gonna get the big one.
Wait, did he just say it'll serve me well?
It'll serve you well in this valley.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right. I was
he
about to.
just implied that because of all the stuff he did, that he just figured out what that whip was literally built for.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
literally
he
built
wasn't
for
really
killing.
doing anything. He was just looking at it. He wasn't
Yeah.
really doing any magic or anything.
Well, he hovered his hands near it.
He was hovering his hands near it to just kind of, like, it was just meant to be a... Okay, I'm just going to tell you, alright, it was meant to be bait. It was bait for you to do something, and something might have happened, depending on what you did.
Yeah.
I was hoping you would...
Hoping
Basically,
you just stab a guy?
if he had touched the whip, something special would have happened.
Oh. Oh well. Vladimir was suspicious and is not.
No,
and
I
is not
figured,
about
I was
to lose
hoping you would do something like, as he brought his hands close to it, you, like, slightly move the whip so it touches his hands.
Yeah.
Inadvertently.
Well, I was going to say that I unfurled it, but I didn't know if it. But I didn't know if you actually. But I didn't know if that actually mattered.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah.
You
Wrap the whip
are
back
at
up
the end
and-
of your first travel leg, so you kind of set up a little bit of a camp and.
Yeah.
Not really a camp, but you just kind of set up for a little bit.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
rest.
To find a nice sitting rock.
Irina kind of walks a little bit away from the camp. Just to.
Don't go too far.
And you're sitting and kind of eating. Maybe Dragomir is skinning and gutting the wildcat corpse or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah. If he needs help, just give it to me.
I'll set out my bucket meal here. Put the meat in there. I'll cook it up for dinner tonight. For all
Is
of you.
somebody going to keep track of our guests? Because I feel like we're not going to get paid.
Helios, you'll make sure she doesn't wander off too far. And he just gives a nod.
Helios finds. So Irina kind of walked a little bit, like just barely out of sight, not far enough that she would be out of earshot, but just like barely out of sight. He turns around goes around a tree and sees her. Well, she appears to be standing in front of the same stranger from earlier, looking rather shocked.
Gosh, freaking dang it!
What would you like to do?
Well.
Wait,
she's shocked.
Dragomir is going to
Dragomir
get
the
up
other guy.
because
She is the one
Dragomir
that's shocked.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the
she's shocked
stranger. So the stranger was too busy looking at my family heirloom, and
No, it's not
She's
the stranger
shocked at
from the. It's not the stranger you just met. It's the stranger that was in the shade earlier.
oh god.
Okay.
You know, red flag central over there.
Yeah. Not.
Yeah. Dragomir is getting up. Is going to take Irene. Was like, we're not getting paid to have you wander off.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, but you don't know that she's seeing that guy. The only one who does is Helios.
Oh yeah, Helios.
Wait, have the guy or her noticed Helios?
Make a stealth check for Helios.
I swear.
Yes, the guy does notice Helios.
I swear, if we
He looks over at Helios. I see your friends have arrived. Or at least
Helios
one
lets
of
out,
them, the runt.
He lets out like a draconic, a dragon-sounding roar. It doesn't do anything. It's just basically.
It basically tells the rest of the party something's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Screaming dragon.
Yeah, just basically a warning.
Without vampire killer. I take vampire killer off my belt.
I immediately just grab my great pick off and it's in my hand.
Yeah,
Stomp.
now that you can see him in full light, Vladimir, this guy's a vampire.
Well, yeah. I figured that. But would I be able to roll something to maybe get a bit more out of him?
Make a history check.
Let me take a look at my history. All right, it was that.
You are currently standing face to face with Strahd.
I'm going to attempt one as well.
Bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, dear.
Wrong again.
Bloody hell.
How far away is he standing?
Only like 10 feet away from you.
All right. Yeah. So
Dragomir, you know this is Strahd as well.
I basically go wide-eyed and just go, well, bloody hell, if it isn't the man himself.
Oh, hey, I know this guy.
He steps forward and he grabs a hold of the terrified Irina's arm and starts to kind of try to pull her away.
Oi.
I'm gonna. I already know what. I already know that there's some that if there's something I can't do, it's let him take her. So I'm gonna. So
I think it's time for some radiant breath weapon.
Okay, all right. Actually,
that's
hold up.
very difficult to not hit Irina as well with.
Hold up. All right.
Which is why I was going to
Dragomir is going
take
to
my consecrated whip and was going to take his hand out with it.
Okay.
I don't think you could take out the hand of a freaking. So I am going to do the most logical thing to Dragomir's psyche. Having experience holding people at knife point, Dragomir is going to instinctively take out a weapon and put it around Irina's neck.
So you're also going to grab a hold of her and put the knife around her neck?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Okay. Okay.
What are you doing, Dragomir?
Let us not
I would like
be
to know
too
that
hasty. It is clearly that you want this girl. I feel like that. I feel like I know her from somewhere, but that is not the point. The point is that I kind of remember you now. You are Strahd, and last time I checked, we don't go around getting strange village girls because that is what poor people do.
This
Roasted.
is beyond your understanding. Now release the girl.
Well, I kind of have a job to do. We were told to bring it somewhere, and I am planning on doing that.
What's
Now,
the rest of you doing?
Well, I mean, considering that that genuinely out of game, I wasn't expecting this turning into what it did.
That's true.
I'm just kind of trying to see where this goes now. I mean, I am definitely ready to start bringing out the divine smite if I need to.
I've got my great pick up and ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to Eldritch
And
Blast this
Helios
dude.
is growling menacingly, like
Ferociously.
think angry wolves, only giant
Menacingly.
lizard. Think angry wolves, only it's a giant lizard instead.
So awesome.
Giant kanji with menacing goes on the side.
Yeah. Giant menace kanji.
Let's see, what is he gonna do?
I am holding
Strahd
Irina
holds
at
a
knife
hand
point.
towards you, Dragomir. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh
All
my
right,
gosh.
rolling 1d.
If this doesn't go well, I'm immediately whipping.
17.
That doesn't do it.
Okay.
You are polymorphed into a sheep.
Lucky. I re-roll.
Oh dear.
That's 2 uses. I got one more. 16, never mind.
You are now a sheep. So you are no longer holding on to Irina, and he continues to pull her away.
All right, whipping time.
All right, make your attack roll.
Crap.
Just for roleplay purposes, I'm going to say that hits.
All right.
So go ahead and roll.
Yeah,
whatever
I was going to smite that. So.
Okay. Just for roleplay purposes, I'm going to say it hits.
Yeah.
All
All right. Fair enough.
Get that divine smite out.
Yeah.
Smite him.
I'm whipping with the full power of the smite. So, I actually have no idea what I add to my smite.
It's an undead, so you get to add an extra d8. So at first level, you do 3d8 in addition to your regular.
Okay, so I do the 1d6 plus 5 plus 1d8.
Yep.
Yes.
3d8.
No, 3d8.
3d8, because
Yeah.
minimum of 2d8, and it's an undead, so you get an extra.
You get an extra
Okay,
D8.
3d8. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, 3. Because you don't have anything above first level spell slots.
Hang on. I seem to have done something horribly wrong.
You forgot the roll part.
It's fine. It's fine. Shut up. I have not had too much to drink.
Yeah, sure.
Can you tell the time?
I'm not
Vladimir
drunk,
turns to
you
a clock.
are.
I am not drunk. Okay.
All right.
I'm not as thick as
you
drunk I
lash
am.
the whippet at Strahd's at the arm of
Yeah.
at Strahd's arm, the arm that he's grabbing Irina with, and radiance flares into his arm and scalds it burns through his sleeve and scalds his arm.
Yeah.
The shock is enough for him to release Irina's arm, and also for him to lose concentration on polymorph. So.
I was going to say,
you were
I used
back
my
on
sheep movement to push.
Yeah.
You are turned back into yourself.
You're
Pull it over
unsheepified.
here.
And
Well, that
as
was a
you
bit
as you
rude.
watch Strahd kind of look at his arm, the burn heals itself, like it was like it never happened. And he stares at Vladimir.
So the stories are
Do you
true.
know what I'm about to say, Joey?
Oh.
Hang on, let me.
Don't you know, hunting
Die.
a vampire at night is a mission for morons and fools. So tell me, which are we?
Wait just a second. You know what I'm about to say, Joey?
I kind of have a feeling.
He stares at you. You must be the Belmont.
Yep. That'd be me.
Oh my god.
So yeah, what are you guys doing?
I grab it out of the way, and then I just open my jaw, and there's just a burst of light that shoots 30 feet down the road.
All right, you
Well, back to
blast
being
Strahd with radiant light, and when the light fades, you see a bat flying away.
All right.
Yes, be on with you.
Go back to the. Go back where you belong.
I'm going to hurry up to Irina and just ask if she's okay.
Yes, I'm fine now.
Okay, that's good. Good. You gotta stand up for yourself. You can't let those guys get to you.
All right. You see, celebrating a victory is all good and everything, but I think we should I think maybe we should hightail it to Vallaki.
Oh, yes, we probably should.
All right, so would you guys like to move at a fast pace for this second travel leg, then?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
sure.
At least for a fraction of the travel leg, we might want to pick up the pace at least a little bit.
So in that case, whoever's doing the navigating needs to make a survival check at disadvantage because you are moving fast. And then the rest of you need to pick a travel action, and draw map, hunt and forage, and sneak are not allowed at this travel pace.
All right.
So
Even with a nat 1, you're able to get there. It's not a high DC. It's literally a DC 0, so yeah.
All right, so
Okay, so unless we had negative stats.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so something tells me we're gonna have to keep a closer eye on our cargo.
Yep.
So I'm going to watch her personally.
Okay.
And
I'm
then
gonna go ahead
Helios and I will keep a lookout for.
yeah, I don't know if I informed the party ahead of time, but I do let them know that the one guy did or at least I privately let one of them know that so that they could at least privately share the information around, not to terrify the girl. that one of the secret priorities given was that we needed to make sure Strahd didn't get his grubby hands on her. So
Keep her company.
Well,
Yeah,
I wish I would have known that before.
I didn't think it would be important before.
Oh,
How often do you expect him to just run after some girl from a village?
Well, let's just say sometime, I don't know exactly when it happened, but a long time ago, something similar happened. This was a story he told me. He's like, he found this beautiful woman that he really liked, and then bad things happened. I don't remember that part just yet.
Could I roll a history on that?
Sure. And also, now that you know it's Strahd, make another history check.
Yeah.
Spencer.
Well, 1d20 plus 5. 14.
You notice that in the stories of this woman that Strahd has mentioned, Irina seems strikingly similar to her.
Oh wow!
Wait.
I totally guessed it out of game.
And yes,
Wait
make another check. Make your history check.
Wait a minute.
Vladimir making history.
Irina,
Apparently not knowing of that story.
Yeah, you do not remember the story.
wait a minute. Irina, Tatiana, Irina, Tatiana. They're the same person. What? I should have known.
What are you blabbering about?
Yes. What?
Also, don't fall behind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like it. I just like to picture that Dragomir was like stopped, and he was like, Irina, I get it now, and then Vladimir, don't fall behind. Oh, right.
You mean to tell me after all this time he's still after this one chick? What
if the
is up
guy's
with this?
What do you
enough.
mean by all this time?
Well, I don't know how long it has been. Mostly because powerful DM did not tell me how much time it has been, but but maybe it's something to do with my amnesia. But some time ago, we're just going to say bad things have kind of gone belly up. I can see that Strahd is looking a lot less old as he did before, which means that ritual thing actually worked. I didn't think it would work, but it worked. I mean,
What ritual?
What?
well, you see, a long time ago, I don't know. Once again, I don't know how long it has been. I used to be a military personnel of sorts. We conquered this area a long time ago. And then he just decided to settle here. He claimed this to be the new land, and he brought all of his relatives here, including his younger brother, which he really hated because he was one of those pretty boys, and he was a lot older than that pretty boy. And the next thing you know, he fell in love with this chick from the town. I told him, hey, we don't do that kind of thing because that is a poor person. And he's like, no, I love her. She is beautiful. But the thing is, that she doesn't love me because I am old. And I was like, well, she sounds very insensitive. No offense. I point to our passenger. It was.
Not taken.
It's like I need to be young again. There is a ritual that can be, and the next thing you know, we get sucked into this giant ritual process where we have to find books on dark magic. This took several years, remind you, and then we found one that hadn't been done before, well, me being kind of like his loyal military friend, I'm like, okay. How about we try doing something less evil? Instead of a human sacrifice or something with sentience, why don't we try, like, I don't know, a pig, a goat? So we went with a goat, and I tried it, and then I died. And then I woke up sometime later. And now and that's how I got into this state. You know, I used to not always do this.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that this whole time you were one of Strahd's lackeys?
Well.
So your balls
Where do you stand? Where do you stand with him now?
Well, okay, all right. Reminder: this was back during the military days when Strahd didn't live in a very depressing looking place. I mean, look at this place. Look at the infrastructure. This is not what we wanted. We wanted something better. We wanted to rule an empire, and this is but a clumsy, small piece of land. There's so much that needs to be improved, and I am disappointed that after all this time, it has come to this.
Vladimir takes a glance around this area that, as far as he knows, is clearly perfect breeding ground for vampires. It's literally exactly the perfect situation for a vampire to be in.
Yeah.
It's like, but before this, it didn't always look like this. Trust me, it's been a while, but unless I have rose-tinted glasses, this place looked a lot better in my memory.
All right.
Well, it certainly doesn't look that great right now.
Well, of
I mean,
course.
it's very dreary looking.
So
Yes.
as you travel, you pass by the old Svalich Road transitions here from being a winding path through the Vallaki Mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a fog-filled valley. In the heart of the valley, you see a walled town near the shores of a great mountain lake, its waters dark and still. A branch in the road leads west to a promontory atop which is perched a dilapidated stone windmill, its warped wooden vanes stripped bare.
Oh. All right then.
So yeah, it's the windmill that it's O.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should get the girl to Vallaki and then come
We'll
back.
worry about this later.
I know. I'm just
worry about
making
that.
sure because I.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
have to wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Do
were
we
just,
see
we were
like a
just saying
woman
that.
inside? Is she waving to us?
No, there's no one. You don't see anyone.
Yeah.
Okay, all
yeah,
right.
yeah. I imagined we all just kind of stopped for a minute, looked at the windmill that's clearly marked on our objective map, and then we just kind of, we'll worry about this later. And then we just
However,
moved
the
on.
rest of the trip goes by uneventfully.
Yay!
The old Svalich road meanders into a valley watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and south. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against this wall, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town as lumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground, flanking the road outside the gates, are a half-dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them.
Okay.
We hail from them at far. As in, we just like kind of say hello.
Just a sec.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Who
if there
are
was
these
something that
two
makes it
strange
difficult to get
men?
in this place. I don't think. Oh, they're just guards.
Yeah.
They're guards on top of the wall. I'm just making
Alright,
sure that
alright,
it's not difficult to get into this place because I don't remember.
Yeah. So is the gate closed, or can we just go right through?
The gate is closed currently.
Are they gonna double check of what I look like?
Here we are. Who goes there? The guard shout that out at you.
Yeah. So
Well, it is I, Dragomir. These are my companions. This is the ever so lovable Vladimir Belmont. This is. Shoot,
did you seriously just call me lovable?
I think you're pretty charming.
Aldon is chuckling.
This is.
Yeah, you're quite the opposite.
This is Mali over here. This is I forgot what the name of your little dragon buddy is.
Helios.
This is Aldan, and this is Helios.
We do
Say
not
hi,
know-
everyone.
We do not know you. Do you intend to bring harm to our town?
We're just looking for safe. We're just looking for safe passage and hopefully a way out of these daring fields.
That we can offer.
What the smelly one said.
Come into Vallaki and bring peace with you. And they open the gates.
Okay.
All right, I just kind of put my arm around Irina. All right, in we go. Just like very clearly just trying to get like at least inside the city borders as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me send you to the Vallaki map here so you can see it. Yeah.
Tell me, Vladimir, where, did you ever receive information as to where in this town you're supposed to take this girl?
No, you just received information to take her to this town because it's supposedly safe.
Okay.
We should at least find an inn.
Does it look safe?
It looks
inn
at
or-
least safer. It's the
Yeah,
people
yeah,
here are not
Well, there's a
exactly
defensive
necessarily
perimeter. That's
happy, but it
There's
does
a
look
defensive
safer.
there's a defensive perimeter. That's at least an upgrade.
Yeah.
Well,
I noticed that just by looking at the other map.
I don't think this will work against things that can fly, like a vampire.
No.
Can you fly?
No.
Oh,
As
The
you
dark
Suck.
voice said
as you
this.
travel down the
I'm
road,
sorry.
you hear two just citizens talking about how there's going to be another festival this week, and that how there's been one every week for the past several years.
Oh,
That's a lot of partying.
That is a lot of partying.
Sounds nice.
Do we have
I'm
any
down.
money to spend for this festival?
I'm still broke because of this ugly ass capybara. But
We all turn around to the capybara that literally just spawned into existence.
his name's Jerry.
Rodent.
I like to imagine that.
Jerry.
I like to imagine that every single time we as a party remember Jerry exists, the camera just kind of pans to the side and shows that Jerry was there the whole time.
Yeah.
Trying to see what a capybara sounds like.
He was just always out of frame.
A large building around here that appears to be an inn.
Okay, is there like a church here or something?
Yes, there is a church. It is about... Where is it? It is over
Is
here.
it? Yeah, that one. No. Perhaps we should take her to a church or a monastery or something.
More consecrated ground, the better. Although I'm not sure there's much
Capybaras sound like
concentration
old
around
men
here.
when they bark. That's just something I learned.
All right. They're ugly, and that makes them so cute.
I know.
Alright, so
Giant
you travel to the church. This slouching centuries-old stone church has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked stained glass windows, depicting pious saints. A fence of wrought iron encloses a garden of gravestones next to the church. A thin mist creeps among the graves. There is a brawny young man with a furrowed brow that is tending the grounds.
Brawny, you say?
Yes, brawny.
All right. A muscle man, if you will.
Yep.
What do we do? I guess we will talk to this brawny individual.
Strangers, how may I help you?
Well, we were just kind of looking for a place to stay, and we think you look competent enough. Oh yes, I am Dragomir, by the way. Can I get your name?
Milivoj.
How the crap do you spell that?
Like, I just picture just like that was all in game, just like Mindarj, and then Dragomir's face goes from friendly to sullen. How the hell do you spell that?
All right.
Oh, gosh.
We mark down as Brawny Man.
Brawny man that is the church's groundskeeper, yes.
Brawny Man Sam of the church.
All right, so is Hagrid going to be able to help us or not? That's going to be the big question.
Well, you go to talk to him. What do you want to talk to him about?
Is there a priest or someone in this church at the moment?
Yes, you may speak to Father Petrovich.
All right,
Good.
as long as this doesn't go about as well as it did for the priests in Castlevania, I'm sure we'll be fine.
All right.
Oh,
Father
that's gonna be
Petrol.
fun. That'll be fun.
As long as this doesn't go as well as it did for all the priests in Castlevania,
Yeah.
All right. So
it'll
yeah,
be fine.
the Milivoj will go back to tending the grounds.
All right. And yeah, I guess like, all right. Is the door open?
The door is closed, but does not appear to be barred or locked or anything.
Okay, we're going to knock. Well, I'm going to knock.
I just look at you straight and be like, is there some reason why you can't just open the door?
After a few, you hear a voice coming from inside. Coming. And after a few moments, an old, kindly-looking man opens the door.
I already like this
hello.
guy. Hello. And this is Dragomir and company. We were wondering if we may come in to speak with you.
Of course, all are welcome in the Church of St. Andrew. I am Father Petrovich.
We heard from your groundskeeper back there.
Yes, Milovosh.
I cannot unpicture Vladimir, Dragomir, not getting a sultry expression every time he hears that name. Like he's trying to figure out how to spell it every time.
He is the temperamental one. So yeah, he invites you inside.
All right. Okay. Good. We can walk inside now, or I can walk inside.
The rest of us can
don't have the
always walk.
forbidden thing that vampires normally have.
I'm doing it just to be safe. I'm a half vampire.
Honestly,
I don't know what affects me and what doesn't.
Honestly, that's actually hilariously smart because like that was even a point in the Castlevania show where they talk about whether or not flowing water will actually kill a vampire, and they all agree that they don't actually know. It's not like they're given a book on how to be a vampire.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, that was it was an argument between Carmilla and Godbrand. That was his name.
So yeah, what would you guys like to do in the church? You all come in to the church, I assume. Yeah, it's a fairly small church. It looks in much better repair than Morovia's church.
But
I don't even know
cracks in the walls.
I don't even know if consecrated ground is even a thing in D&D.
It is. There is a young boy who appears to be an altar boy as well.
Oh, hello, little child.
He looks at you but doesn't say anything.
Freaking rude.
One of our
He seems more nervous of strangers than anything.
One of our associates here with us, Irina here, we were wondering if you could keep her safe for the meantime while we attend to other matters.
Well, normally I could, but the bones of St. Andrew were recently stolen from the crypt beneath the church. Without it, the ground is not consecrated.
Yeah. That is. Oh, who is the Saint Andrew?
You know who stole it?
Saint Andrew is a saint that did some good stuff in the past. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about him.
Yes, I remember Saint Andrew.
The answer is clearly. Yeah. No. You know what? We're all just gonna say we all know who Saint Andrew is. Just because, you know what, the DM doesn't know either, so we're all just gonna pretend we all know who the hell this is.
He is the prince of the land of Fife.
The priest rubs his chin. Until recently, I was the only person in Vallaki who knew about the bones. But I recall mentioning them to Yeska, my altar boy, over a month ago, to put him at ease. He is quite fearful. After they were stolen, I asked him if he told anyone else. He nodded, but he wouldn't say it. He wouldn't say a name.
Oh.
I suspect...
Wouldn't happen to be that altar boy over there, would it?
It is, yes. I suspect Milovosh may be the one responsible.
Been problem in the past?
Okay, all right.
He is somewhat temperamental, yes.
I mean, he is the groundskeeper, so he knows a good use of a shovel.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, I would hope he knows how to use a shovel.
If you would retrieve the bones and return them to the crypt, then it would re-establish the church as consecrated ground.
Which is all the better.
Yes.
All right. We will accept this on one condition.
What might
How
that
much
be?
how much are you willing to pay? Or what are you willing to give up?
You are asking me to shelter one of your...
I believe.
No.
I
That
believe.
I
is worth
believe
enough.
we are going to take. I believe we're going to take this one rather graciously. The benefits of having a consecrated church in the area outweigh far outweigh anything I can think of at the moment.
Agreed.
Well, you see, that's the thing. So, we want a signed paper saying that you will take care of our little cargo.
Irina slaps you.
I say you rather deserved that.
Probably.
Yeah.
She
She
started this.
glares at him. I agree.
Dragomir's
now
not getting paid, so he has a very little care.
Yeah. So
Very
Well.
well, very well.
much as I hate to say it, it looks like right now the safest place for you is still with us.
Currently, it
Yes.
seems so, yes.
Yes. So, do you have any
Where
idea
is
where
the
to
crypt
start?
itself?
Millibudge seems like a good... seems like it would be worth talking to.
As well as the altar boy that we.
Where is the actual crypt?
The crypt is beneath the church.
Okay. Helios and I are gonna go down there and look and see if there's any clues left behind.
Well...
Once
Make
again, back to
Make
the
sure you have
Scooby-Doo
permission
metaphor.
to enter a church's crypt. There,
Yeah.
you can quickly piss off a church by going into their crypt without permission.
Well, I'll ask him first.
Father Lucian will stop you and he'll say, no, I cannot allow that. If you return with the bones, I will allow you to enter to return them.
Very well. If you insist.
Once again, back to that Scooby-Doo metaphor. Where
His church, his rules, I'm afraid.
There's 5 of us. We're searching for clues, and we're trying to find unmasked monsters.
Gosh. I hate this.
Okay?
And we have 2 pets.
Yeah.
One of them's a big dragon.
One more useful than the other.
Yeah.
The other one's there just for moral
dragon.
support.
The other is just a large rat.
Yo, Jerry is Marie's emotional support animal, yo.
Yeah.
Marie would be one of those people who goes on the airplane with a hog.
I'm sorry, Maddie. I'm sorry, Maddie, but you're not Shaggy this time.
I know. I'm fine with that. I don't.
That being said, in this situation, I'm not sure if I'm more of a Freddy or a Daphne, or if me and Dragomir keep swapping that hat.
Anyways, what would you guys like to do?
Well, we have 2 people to talk to. So
Yeah.
we can bully the child to see if we can get a name out.
If you're morally bankrupt.
Morally.
The ends justify the means.
I will speak of the child.
It's his fault anyways for the bones being stolen.
Well, let's see if we can get this side quest done before the end of the night, huh?
All right. So,
Meanwhile, yeah, and you already seem to have a, at least speaking terms, relationship with the other guy.
yeah. Oh, you're
maybe
gonna send me to go do the other guys so that we don't do a good cop, bad cop thing with the small child. Okay.
Clasp my hand on Dragomir. Right you are.
Okay.
All right. I guess I'll. I will talk
2 birds.
to.
2 birds, 2 stones thrown at the same time.
I guess. All right. the Dragomir. I don't know if anyone else is following me. I'm going to go and talk to. I had him marked down
No,
as a
Lodge.
brawny man, Sam of the church.
He sees you approach. You're back. Can I help you?
Hello, my dear compatriot. I'm trying to. Okay, what I'm basically trying to do is try to get information out of him without trying to blame him, like trying to be some sort of psychoanalyst as I'm trying to
Okay.
figure
is
out
anyone
how
else
do I
with
word
you,
this.
or
Yeah, let's first of all let's establish who's with who. How did the party split up? Which
myself and Helios talk to the boy.
Which I would like to point out this was ill-advised, but we're not too far away from each other, so I don't.
We're in the
so it's
same
probably
building.
fine. Yeah. Well, you're technically outside the building. I think.
We're in the
so
grounds.
myself and Helios will talk to the boy.
okay?
Yeah.
And Vladimir is going with Dragomir, right?
I can.
And then we could have Marie
Do you trust me
babysit
being alone?
Arena.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
No, that's
no?
a good point.
All right.
What?
No, that's a good point.
And then we could have Marie babysit Irina
Yeah, I'll just chill with Irina, talk
with your
bullshit.
rat.
Make sure.
Your large rat hand.
He's
Yeah.
not large. He's a baby, and his name's Jerry.
It's a capybara. It's a
All right,
large
so
rat.
you were
It's a rat pig.
you were talking to him about like my compatriot, and he's. I don't recall us being friends.
Jerry fell.
I guess you. I guess you are right. We are not quite friends yet, but that can change.
Can we be
I
friends?
suppose anything is possible.
Yes, it's So how long have
I
you?
like this guy already.
So, you come here often?
I work here.
Well, yes, but how long have you worked here?
Why should I tell you these things?
Well, okay, all right. I guess I should give a little information about myself. I'm new to this town. In fact, I'm kind of new to this area, if one could say. Or at least I haven't been here in a while. And so things have changed. And I just noticed that you are a new face. And I'm wondering, well, how long have you been here? And so that is why I'm asking you, how long have you been here?
A few years.
Oh, all right then.
I've lived
Well-
in Vallaki all my life, but I've worked here.
All right. Where did you live before that?
I have lived in Vallaki all my life.
Oh,
You asked me how long I have worked here.
oh, all right. Did you have like a job before this?
This is a waste of my time. He goes off to continue working.
Oh, well. That is no way to treat the new friend, my dear sir.
Get to the point.
All right, I'll get to the point. I've heard that there's been like some ground disturbances around this area. I've been in the business of grave digging for a while, and I've been wondering. Some things sell for a lot more than others, and I hear that saints' bones sell for a lot. Tell me, do you know where I can get some?
Make a persuasion check.
All right.
Paladin smite.
13. Do I use my last roll of lucky?
No, you don't need to. You
I already did?
No, you don't need to.
Oh, okay, all right.
You believe I have stolen the bones of Saint Angelo.
Well, no, not necessarily. is I'm just wondering if there's a place where I can acquire some. I mean, you could have done it. The little altar boy in there could have done it. The guards outside the gate could have done it. Or perhaps it could have been a ghost of sorts. That is not the issue. The issue is, do you have any idea what these bones are?
I passed along the information of their whereabouts to Henrik van der Hout, the local coffin maker.
Coffin maker, you say? Well,
and yes, I
guess...
stole them for him in return for money to help feed my younger siblings.
Oh, that is all right. That is a noble cause.
If he wants the bones back, you'll have to talk to him.
That is all right. I will talk to him then.
Right.
All right, let's find
this.
out.
We'll cut over to Aldan and Helios. What are Aldan and... So Aldan and Helios, you try to talk to Yeska. He is terrified of you because you're a Dragonborn. He doesn't know what you are. And he's terrified of you.
You're a giant, scary lizard man.
We're gonna go. Let's go back and collect the rest of the party. Let's go back and collect the rest of the party. We don't want any unfortunate things to happen while we're separated.
Mm. Like, have you ever heard of a dragon before? This the dragon. They're very nice friends of mine. I remember creatures. I'm sorry, must hit my head.
All right. What was it? Okay, so
he needs help.
Marie probably overheard my slip of the tongue when I said they're very nice friends of mine. Creatures must be going mad in this darkness.
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay, so yeah, you get the party back.
Yeah. Okay, walk in. All right, you done traumatizing the child?
That was of no use, apparently.
Oh, dang.
Apparently, I'm a very intimidating person.
I
put my hand on his shoulder. Well, fret not. We think we have a lead. Come on, we're heading to a coffin maker.
A coffin maker of all things.
Yep.
Well, this just gets more and more pleasant.
You did a great job of terrifying that child.
Welcome to my world.
Done better than myself.
Well, out of character, I am a 7-foot dragonborn.
Yeah.
That weighs almost 400 pounds.
Yeah.
You find the shop without too much difficulty. It's
welcome to my world, Aldan.
Yeah, you go off and find the shop without too much difficulty. It's right here.
Other side of town.
This uninviting shop is 2 stories tall and has a sign shaped like a coffin above the front door. All the window shutters are closed up tight, and a deathly silence surrounds the establishment.
So
should light on inside?
There does not appear to be a light on inside.
It appears to be empty.
Even if there were, you couldn't tell because all the shutters.
Yeah, the shutters are closed.
I knocked on the door.
I didn't hear that detail.
You hear an old man's voice yell from inside. We're closed. Go away.
We have something important to discuss with you.
Yes.
I don't care.
Well, we have money.
I don't care. Go away.
Who doesn't want money? Very devoted clerics, of course. They have no need for material possessions.
All right. Yeah. Well, we have an alternative business for you that we have questions for. This is more like how do you people say unsavory things that we are inquiring about?
Go away. Leave me alone.
The whole time, it almost sounded like you're like a bad police cop walking around with a wire. Hello, can someone lead me to the black market?
So I can sell all these highly illegal goods. Yes, thank you, Mr. Black Marketeer. Would you mind spelling out your name and address into this microphone?
Hello, small child. Would you like to buy some of the illegal
I know that
stuff?
line. That's from the
Yeah.
Dangerous Review.
Yes, it was. And you know what? We're gonna take the small child and we're gonna throw him through the window. But, anyways, no.
Wait, we stole the child?
You defenestrated the child? What?
What?
So what would you guys like to do?
Not defenestrate a child.
All right. Should we wait till he leaves and then look through his stuff?
It doesn't
What
look
if I
like
just-
anyone has left this place for a long time.
What if I just Eldritch blast the door?
That's an option.
I mean, I have a battering ram.
That's also
But
an
what's
option.
cooler?
Look, this is a wooden door.
Hang on a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and survival check this door, see if it's even been used ever.
Okay.
Like, I think that's a fair.
Is there like a sign
Based on
outside
how
that says like
the doors react, they appear to be. They aren't used very often, and they are currently barred shut.
Okay, I'm going to Eldritch blast
So the
it.
doors.
wait. Hold
Yeah,
up.
try to
Hold up.
maybe
Before
try to
we
be
blow up this
diplomatic before we
man's
destroy.
door.
Maybe try to be a bit more diplomatic before we engage in property damage.
And then
Tell me, sir,
promptly
why-
get kicked out because we specifically told the guards that we're not here to bring trouble.
Yeah.
Well, we're not
Oh,
hurting
trouble.
anybody.
Why
we're just
do you
doing
wish
trouble.
the place alone?
Okay, all right.
What did you say, Brett?
Oh yeah.
I'm asking him why does he wish us to, why does he want to be alone so much?
You have no business in my affairs. Go away.
Well, we wish to buy something. Is it not? Okay, I'm gonna check. Is there a sign and is it supposed to be closed?
It is. There is a sign declaring it closed. And he yells, "We're closed. Go
Closed.
away.
Closed
Well,
for the
then
night
do
or
you-
closed permanently?
Closed until further notice.
When is further notice?
Whenever I say so."
Um,
Well then,
in it-
why are you closed?
No good business. Why do you care?
because we are good business.
We
And
have
Yeah.
a business
come.
proposition for you.
We need to.
Here,
It's just.
can I
Yeah,
just
Susie.
blast it down, please?
Freaking
Oh,
gosh,
man.
freaking dang it!
I'm
No,
trying to-
you're gonna.
Wait,
I-
I need to. I just want to know for playing purposes is are Dampiers like? Do they like feel deathly or something like that? Like if we wanted to pass him off as sick, we'd be able to do that.
Maybe.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So in other words, if we can get his attention, we can be like, listen, our friend here just wants to have a nice coffin to lie in when he finally expires. I mean, look at him. He doesn't have much left in him.
I'm going to die any day now.
I don't
Yes,
care.
yes,
Find
you do have
someone
to-
else to build a coffin for.
I have the plague. Cough, cough.
Maddie, if you want to break down the door, make an attack roll.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, all right.
All right. Negotiations have gone through the door.
Yep.
I'm
You hit the
very
door right
aggressive.
near the latch, and the flimsy bar snaps, and the doors fly open.
Now negotiations
you
have
doing?
literally gone through the door.
Gesture to the door. See?
Let me send you to this map here.
What
Hang
are
on.
you doing, mad
Hang on.
woman?
I'm gonna peek. Hang on. Maybe we should have peeked around and make sure there were no guards first.
There are not any guards.
Okay. Yeah. So Vladimir just sort of peeks around, sees that there's no guards, and then
this
proceeds
room-
to wander
Gives
through.
the, gives
This,
the okay
the
sign.
room that you busted into, this workshop contains everything a carpenter needs to make coffins and furniture. There are 3 sturdy work tables stretched the length of the west wall. The old man, looks surprised when the doors open. Fine. What do you need, really?
Bones. You have bones that we need.
They're in the upstairs bedroom wardrobe.
Oh, okay then.
But be careful, there's a vampire nest. I mean, he says this more quietly, but be careful. There's a vampire nest in the wood storage room.
Wait. He just told us where the saint bones are?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, I'm gonna make an insight check to see if he's telling the truth.
Yeah, no, that was a little quick. I mean, granted, we did just break down his door. It showed that we give little fucks about his safety.
But once again, we did break down his door after annoying him. He's probably just telling us information. It's like that one time where there's like, oh, hey, there's an apple tree in the middle of the forest. Why don't you get a couple of apples from there?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
So make your insight check. He is telling the
that
truth.
guy was awful.
He is scared of you. He is telling the truth.
All right.
Terrified.
Just like, thank you for your time, as Dragomir says, as he kind of like tips his hat.
Okay.
Vampire nest? Well, why didn't you say so?
Okay. So,
Alright.
yeah. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
head back out.
All right. And so it's like,
or head into wherever the wood store is.
Well,
it's that-
you're on the map. You can move your minis around.
Oh,
there's
so this
two
is the
white
wood store.
doors. There's one right there, and there's one right there, I think.
Right. So you're gonna open that door.
Okay, there's actually a couple rooms here. So there's the coffin room. There's and then there's this one room that leads to a downstairs.
There is a staircase.
We were supposed to go upstairs, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
Well, I
so I
presume
think it's like
there's the
boop,
staircase.
Okay.
boop.
Oh, the
Yep.
staircase
Based
access
on the
to
door
coffin room.
placement, I think it goes downstairs.
No, that goes upstairs.
Oh,
Yeah, so we
No,
go
yeah,
into
that's the-
the
yeah,
coffin
right there.
room. Right there.
Yeah, the coffin room
Yeah.
is arranged haphazardly around. So A up here. Arranged haphazardly around the floor of this musty L-shaped room are 13 wooden coffins. This room down here.
Oh,
A
this
table
one.
with 4 chairs in one corner
Oh,
is
this
in
one.
one corner of this room, with lantern hanging from a chain directly above. 2 well-made cabinets standing against the east wall. So, yeah.
where
Okay.
is this supposed vampire nest?
In the wood storage room upstairs.
All right.
Is that where the saint bones are, or are they inside the
Same
coffin
bones
room?
are in the bedroom wardrobe.
Oh,
Okay.
so they are
So
upstairs.
upstairs. Yeah.
Okay.
Both of them are upstairs, yes.
All right.
All right.
Who's walking in
Upstairs
first?
we go.
Actually,
All right.
hold up. Who has like the okay? We should get the person with the best perception to like see if the vampires are awake beyond the door.
I have crap
who has-
perception.
Who has better than
Can't
plus
blind
7?
sense.
I
Can't
have
blind sense through walls. So
I have +5.
Helios
So
is
we're-
plus 7. I have plus 5.
Okay, but since
and we
okay,
all
well,
have dark vision.
yeah.
Yeah, and Vladimir does get an extra d4 added to all of his perception checks.
I do.
So,
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
and you also have what, like
Helios,
plus
hold
5?
on.
Yeah, 1d4.
So,
plus
I think
6.
it'd be Vladimir, Helios, Aldon.
And then me.
Who's behind me?
I'm. I guess I'll be behind.
I have the worst, so I could probably stay in the back
So, yeah.
with my little capybara.
All right, I only got 2 mage bullets left, so just warning you guys.
Yeah, you go up the stairs,
Mage
you
bullets.
find yourself on the little upstairs landing.
Uses of smite.
All
Find
right.
yourself on the little upstairs landing. There are two doors. I will move the rest of you into this battle map so you can.
Oh, it's way over to the side.
Boop.
All right, so
Yeah. It's slightly difficult because we have to like move things around. It's like where?
Oh, that's
black, is it?
spooky.
Okay,
Okay.
so which way do you want me to go through first? This big open room or this little tiny room?
Well, we're looking for a bedroom.
Bedroom seems to be past the tiny room, so
Okay.
Yeah. So into the dining room.
He didn't freaking tell us. All right, into this room, tiny
I'm
room.
assuming you're just
Right.
gonna open that door and leave it open. And yeah.
you know,
This is
close
a,
it.
Yeah, we're gonna
Maybe
close the
close
door.
it behind us first.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'll close it.
This workshop contains everything a carpenter needs to make coffins and furniture. 3 sturdy work tables stretch the length of the west wall.
I just want to check. Are we just kind of hand waving Irina right now?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Wait. She's with us though, right?
She's with you.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
all right.
with
Okay.
us. Just
I'm gonna hold her hand.
Freaking okay.
She
all
bats
right.
your hand away.
Yeah.
She doesn't
What the
want that.
What? I'm
don't
trying
want
to
that.
be friendly here.
just like
I'm trying to be like girl to girl, man. Because
Give
like,
me the hamburger.
literally all I say to Irina is stay close, don't get bit.
Yeah, it's a kitchen.
Yeah, so
okay.
Freaking, we need to tie a rope to this girl.
peek into the bedroom.
This modest bedchamber holds a cot and several well-made pieces of furniture, including a table, a padded chair, a bookshelf, and a wardrobe.
Checking
Open the door.
ceilings and all that, making sure there's no vamps in here.
Nope, you don't
Checking
see any.
above us.
All right.
Open the wardrobe.
All right.
All right. Let's find those
Dragomir
bones.
is gonna walk on the ceiling.
Why?
Why?
I don't know because I
What
thought
are you doing up there? Get down here.
Regardless of whatever Dragomir does, I'm going to look for them bones. Would that
I
be a
thought they were
perception?
gonna do
That would be a
that
perception
spooky
check,
monster.
yes.
I thought they were gonna do that spooky monster thing where they arrive from the ceiling. It's like, they can't do that if I'm already on the ceiling.
That would be really funny. Just to picture, I just picture like it shows us walking through a cave entrance, like torches lit, and then it just the camera pans up. It shows the eyes light up of all these sinister creatures on the ceiling, and then another torch shows up. Dragomir, boo.
Yeah, make a perception check for me.
All right. Yes, that is.
What do you see
Yeah,
with your special eyes?
There is a hidden compartment in the base of the wardrobe. Inside are two sacks.
All right. Check the sacks.
One contains some bones, and the other contains some coins.
Ooh, money.
Yeah. We'll divide it later when we're not in immediate danger.
You're just gonna take this guy's money.
Yeah, he's already scared of us.
I don't know.
And I thought I was the lawful evil one.
I assume the coin is
Hey,
his.
somebody-
Perhaps we should leave it.
Yeah, no, probably you should.
Well, actually, okay, hold up. We need to justify taking the money. If we kill a vampire, we can justify in taking the money.
Okay, but what if
Regardless.
he intentionally has the
You know what?
vampire?
You know what? I'm gonna leave the coin sack, and if that's it, like first of all, I just want to make sure that it's full of nothing but coins.
Yeah, it's full of nothing but coins.
Okay.
About
Okay,
30
cool.
silver and about 12 electrum.
All right. Cool. So as far as I'm concerned,
Did
that's
somebody
not really
say
something.
silver?
That's not really something
Yes,
I
silver.
need.
Silver coins. But a weapon would be alchemical silver.
Oh, yeah.
So currently that's nothing I need. If someone else decides they want to pilfer this guy's goods, that's their problem, not mine.
Okay.
Nah.
But-
You got
Okay.
the bones, let's go.
If we get some trouble, then we take the money. But we haven't found trouble yet, so we can't take the money.
I kind of want to assess the vampire problem here.
Let us take the bones back to the church. Get the girl
Yep.
in the
We
church and
got-
then come back to deal with the vampire.
We got the girl, we got the bones, we're all set. Okay, let's roll out.
Yes.
Alright.
Yes, maybe. Yes, I suppose what's letting them stay a little longer can hurt.
Alright. So yeah, you leave the shop. The old coffin maker will. I'm just gonna change the battle map that you're on here. The old coffin maker just watches you leave and then shuts the doors behind you.
The not
I
able to latch door.
I remind him that we didn't find any vampires.
I'll be back later.
Very well. You return to the church. Well, what was the... Well, did you find the bones?
Yes.
Yeah, I have
Well,
them with. I have them
Well,
right
it
here.
depends. It's like he takes the skull
Yeah.
out of the bag. Is
Yeah.
this the light guy?
Yeah, well,
It
I
looks
was the one
correct.
holding on to the bones, obviously. I didn't want him doing anything as
Yes.
morbid as parading a saint's skeleton around. So
Follow me.
I'm gonna show him. Yeah. Are these them?
That's it. Those are the bones of Saint Abdul. Follow me.
Wait, how can you tell?
I have
He's
worked
probably
in this
prayed.
church
He's prayed.
for many years.
He's probably prayed to them before.
Oh, all right.
He walks
Yeah.
over to
Oh.
a spot kind of hidden, concealed behind the altar where a couple of the boards have been pried up. And you see a ladder descending into a small room. Return the bones to their resting place, please.
I return the bones to their resting place, or at least I hope I
We're not
return
going
them
to
to their
lock this
resting
in,
place.
though.
I don't know where.
As
I don't know
you,
where their
as
resting
you
place.
return the bones, you feel their energy consecrate the church once again. It is now under the effects of the Hallow spell. Which means...
Bloody hell! I
which-
forgot what that felt like.
Which means a bunch of things and some very... It just means a bunch of nice little things happen.
A bunch of
Otherworldly-
really nice things, except for probably Dragomir. We should probably read through those to make sure Dragomir
no,
didn't just
Dragomir's
immediately
fine.
incinerate.
I am not
Okay,
negatively
I'm
affected.
just making sure I didn't place the bones there, and then Dragomir just went,
It's lighting up in flames.
burns into a blazing skeleton, and then we're just like, as everyone else stares in horror, and I proceed to just take a swig of my wine.
And you also feel that something in this Hallow would prevent those inside from becoming undead.
All
Or
right.
newly becoming undead. Obviously, Dragomir is not made not undead by it, but
I'm not newly undead. I've been undead for a very long time.
Yeah. The point is we got ourselves a nice consecrated church to keep Irina here safe while we go deal with the vampire nest and like 10,000 other things on this map.
Wait. But really though, how are we going to prevent these bones from being stolen again?
That is a very valid point.
Because
Got any ideas? You got any ideas, Father?
I will certainly keep a closer watch over them.
But can you defend it? I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but you look like a pretty old man. Do you think you're up to the
Sure.
task?
I do not know.
Can you like buy a lock or something? Do you need a
Well,
lock?
normally
I
the
have a
boards are in place, and he goes about replacing the floorboards.
Yeah, obviously with all of us out of the crypt first.
Yeah, basically, normally the crypt is just boarded up. You'd have to pry up boards to get down there.
All right.
If there was only a way to like, maybe if we buy like a giant stone slab and put it directly underneath.
Well, the entire floor of the church, if you pried up a board, it would lead to the crypt.
Huh. All right. This is a lot more complicated than I thought. Why don't we like dig a hole out in the middle of like?
I don't know. Maybe we could put a pew over it or something.
Yeah.
Again, the entire floor of the church.
No, okay. All right. What if we put it like on the church grounds, but
No,
not directly under the church?
It must be in the crypt.
Yeah. No. It does.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I was meaning like, but what if we like, because there's like certain boards that need to be moved in order to access it.
Well,
So
the
what if we
crypt
just?
is quite large. He just moved those bones because that's where the ladder happens to be. The crypt itself is quite large.
Yeah, it can be easily just accessed. He just removes a floorboard, and there's just one space of the maze-like thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
we
like,
could fall down into it.
well, yeah, that's why the boards are there.
Yeah.
I was saying, if you remove the boards without the ladder, you just fall the floor
Yeesh.
down into it.
Yeah, it's like
Yeesh,
what?
now I
A
know how my-
D6 of damage?
God, now I know how my local church feels when they had to up security.
All right.
So yeah.
That's it. So yes.
Besides,
All
I
right.
imagine those who would steal it, other than Milovaj, of course, will not attempt so, given the new
Do you think that you should fire him or something? Maybe, I don't know, pay him more?
I will
Maybe
have a talk with him.
let's give him a stern talking.
Apparently, he did it because to pay for his sixth brother or something.
Oh,
Yes.
I was not aware he was in such dire straits.
Well, you see, people usually don't like talking about their personal issues, so that might have to do something with that.
I
You
will talk
should
to
be
him.
friends with him. He needs friends.
Yeah. While he says that, Vladimir clearly debates whether or not it's right to take a swig in a church.
Now the sun is getting low. You have my word that I will look after Irina. You should probably find a bed for the night. The Blue Water Inn is the only inn in town.
Well, do you recommend it?
It is quite reputable.
Oh, then we shall go then. Thank you for your time.
Yes.
He points you in the right direction. It's right here.
Yeah. Head ourselves on over there.
All right,
Grace,
come
Grace,
on, walking liability. I
Gray
say
smoke
to
issues from the chimney of this large two-story wooden building with a stone foundation and a sagging tile roof upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall.
Ooh. I knock on the door.
Someone just opens the door. Just one of the patrons reaches over and opens the door.
Can we come in?
Of course.
Oh, okay. All right.
Damp cloaks
Dragomir very, very strangely like, have you never stayed in an inn before?
cloaks hang from pegs in the entrance portico. The tavern is packed with tables and chairs with narrow paths meandering between them. A bar stretches along one wall under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase that hugs the north wall. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. Lanterns hanging above the bar and resting on tables bathe the room in dull orange light and cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques. There's a handful of patrons. There are specifically 4 patrons here right now. There are 5 patrons. One is interesting looking. He is much more colorfully dressed than everyone else.
Oh, look, it's Saint Germain.
Probably a bard.
Oh, look, it's main character status.
For real.
Let's go talk to one of the other ones.
The last guy in an inn happened to be the guy with the most conspicuous thing. It was like, okay, there's one dude sitting at the bar, there's one snargly dude sitting by the fire, and there's one dude just sitting in the shadow. Obviously, you're talking to the guy who's sitting in shadow.
A big bearded guy standing behind the bar nods towards you. Welcome to the Blue Water Inn. How can I help you?
Okay, first off, we need to figure out what is your rooming accommodations for this evening? Do you have any vacancies?
We do. 1 electrum piece a night.
All right. What kind of rooms are these?
Your electrum piece is so stupid.
Are these
I genuinely don't know how electrum pieces work.
How many beds?
1 electrum is 5 silver.
Okay.
All right. How many beds to a room? And
we have 1 room with 2 beds and 1 with 4.
Yeah, I'm not sleeping with these idiots, so.
These weirdos.
The dragon and the dragon man and the damper and then the Belmont.
Him. Yeah.
The drunk guy.
Very well.
All right. Do you want to keep track of our liability?
What do you mean by
I say to
liability?
Maria.
Are you legit trying to? Are you like freaking the Two Flower introducing the concept of insurance to the Discworld?
Just don't be stupid.
No, I'm talking about, what was it? I'm talking to Tatiana, of course.
It's like a bet, you see.
Just don't be stupid and we'll get along fine.
Dragomir is not going to refer to Irina by that name. He's just going to call her Tatiana the whole time.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I actually do have an order of business, but I don't want to involving Irina. But I don't know how I want to initially go about it. Okay. Basically, I want to give her a stake, but I don't want to decrease my current stake amount.
Oh.
Get me a sizable stake.
Do keep in mind that the vampire killer's hilt can also be used as a stake.
Yeah, that is true. It's just. Yeah. Okay.
Vladimir.
Because you know what? Just to be safe, because we're having Irina stay at the church.
If you need an extra stake,
we'll just sort of hand wave it and say I gave her a stake. Just told her if that guy shows up again, this in his heart. Don't hesitate.
All right, and I will add another thing that I forgot to add about the church. As you start to leave. A handful of townsfolk come in. They appear to be rather scared because it's kind of nighttime. Among them is a sad old woman who sounds like she is praying for her son to be set free from something.
A babushka.
Is babushka doing?
Oh, and you would have passed through N8 before, so you would have passed through the town square at some point. So I'm going to read up what was going on there.
Do one of you guys want to see about freeing a child? See if it's related to one of our already piled up.
I'll read up what happened in the town square, because you would have passed by there when you went to the coffin shop.
We just didn't pay attention to it.
The shops and homes that enclose the town square are decorated with limp, tattered garlands and painted wooden boxes filled with tiny dead flowers. At the north end of the square stands a row of stocks, locked in which are several men, women, and children wearing crude plaster donkey heads. In the center of the square, peasants in patchwork clothes eye you suspiciously as they use cups and vases to draw water from a crumbling stone fountain. Standing tall at the center of the fountain is a gray statue of an impressive man facing west. All around the square are posted proclamations. Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendants and children required, pikes will be provided, all will be well, the Baron.
Ooh. I love attendance required. This reminds me of a stranger.
I'm just gonna retcon this in because I forgot to do it earlier. What would you guys like to do while you're in the
Yeah, kind of like how I just sort of kind of needed to retcon giving her one of the stakes.
Yeah. What would you guys like to do?
That seems a little important.
If you need an extra stake, just get me a sizable stick and I will carve it.
I'll let you know when I find sticks.
What would you guys like to do in the town square, real quick? There are 7 people trapped in the stocks: 3 men, 2 women, and 2 boys.
How old?
Are there commoners watching this thing, or
wait, trapped in the stocks like those?
The
head and hands thing.
Yeah, head and
not like the stock
plants.
market.
Yeah.
If there's any old citizen nearby, I'll be like, tell me what is all this?
They were arrested for malicious unhappiness.
Oh, all right then. Continue.
Sorry, they were
charged.
I'm sorry. They were arrested for being unhappy.
Yes, the Baron is rather shall we say, militant about trying to make the population happy. Like with the festivals that have been hosted every week for the past year.
Oh.
However, I believe no one hates him more than Lady Watcher. She often says I'd rather serve the devil than a madman. She owns an old house, but she never leaves. Her sons are troublemakers. But she doesn't like... She is the... He kind of whispers to you, not many of us trust the burgomaster here.
Not any of us what?
Trust the burgomaster.
No one trusts the bordermaster.
Burgomaster.
Burgomaster. The leader of the town.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's been a while. It's been since the old Santa Claus stop motion animation.
Yes, I know.
Burgermeister Meisterburger.
Yeah. It's been since the last time I saw that movie since I've heard that word.
Yeah.
Burgomaster.
No more toys.
Ironically, there's actually a toy shop in this town.
Oh.
Toy shop?
You know what? Actually, more ironically, this guy almost sounds maliciously the opposite.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I charge you with criminal unhappiness. Go to jail.
Yeah. He's like, it appears you are sad on Christmas. This is simply not allowed. Take them away.
This is heresy.
Put them in the jail where they'll likely become more depressed.
That is what they get for being depressed.
So yeah,
You will get further depression for experiencing depression.
You have
So yeah,
committed
anything else
grievous
you got?
crimes
Anything
against
else
the
you guys
country
like?
of criminal unhappiness on Christmas.
Anything
Okay.
else you guys like to do?
Okay, I think we can move past this bit.
Okay, so anything else you guys like to do in the town square?
Are there like stalls open? Are there like
Nope.
food stalls?
Nope.
Oh, but there's supposed to be a festival,
it's
isn't there?
No,
It's like nighttime.
the festival
so.
was presumably a little bit ago. It wasn't like it's not.
Oh.
It's not today. The signs seem
Well,
they
yeah,
tell-
it's tomorrow, isn't it?
the citizen that talks to you says that the signs are out of date. The festival happened like a week ago.
So there's
Oh,
one
so
tomorrow,
we're due
right?
for another one soon.
Yes, I do believe so.
I want to join one of these things. This looks dandy.
I believe his next festival is something about the sun. I'm sure he'll put up a sign soon. And another citizen speaks up. Yeah, the festival of the blazing sun. It'll be held here in the town square in 3 days.
A little bit more than a week, but all right.
The Wolf's Head Jamboree was less than a week ago.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, so
Remember, weeks in D&D are 10 days, not 7.
Well, there was that,
Yeah. All right. Is there anything? Okay, all right. We already asked if there's any stalls. But there's not.
This was like in the evening before you went to the coffin shop. Is when this took place.
Okay, all right.
Alright, so-
Is there a shop to sell this wildcat skin?
No, not really.
Dang it.
we can worry about that tomorrow.
Okay, cut back to the inn.
Yep, come back. All right, get ourselves a nice place to sleep for now.
In total, it would be 2 gold for all of you.
Wait, hold up. One of us. Oh, wait, hold up. We don't need to worry about Irina anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At least for now, until we come back and find the church burned to the ground and the city ravaged.
He stares at Helios. I suppose
Blinks back
that's
and be like,
that's about the same as a dog.
And then there's Jerry.
Dog. Dog, never have I been so insulted in my life.
I'm aware he's a
I cut him off. Yeah, I cut him off. I just say, fair enough, and just I'm putting the 2 and chipping the 2 gold for the night.
You'll also be served some beet soup and some bread. If you'd like a steak, it's a little bit more.
What do you have to drink? What's your hardest liquor?
We have 2
Hold on,
wines.
just space
Purple
bombs.
Grape Mash number 3, and the more expensive Red Dragon Crush.
How much is the expensive one?
Only on for that one.
Let me go to where it says the price here.
We're saying that
The more
already
expensive,
harvest.
you may have a pint for 1 silver.
1 silver?
1 silver, yes.
Alright, yeah, I'll take that.
Right, he pours you a glass of wine and hands it to you.
I take it and I drink most of it in 1 sip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you guys like to do in the end?
You know what? I haven't done for a character who's supposed to be drunk off his ass. I haven't been doing enough drinking. I'm down to 8 silver now. Give me one of those. Give me one of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's wine, so it's not particularly strong alcohol.
Yeah, but it's something. Besides, I don't want to run out of my pre-existing supply.
I'm going to finish my glass.
This wine doesn't taste bad, but it's not the best wine you ever had.
Yeah, it's wine.
How much for the whole bottle?
It's in a like a keg, but there's only
Okay,
one
never
keg.
mind.
Yeah,
Another.
no, we ain't taking a keg with us.
No, that's too much.
And me another.
Yeah, I'm going to set my glass
tomorrow
down
morning we
and
need
ask
to-
for another.
But yeah.
He pours you another glass.
Yeah.
You're a
So
thirsty
I'm
one.
gonna.
Well, those 2 are getting drunk. I'll hand Dragomir the bucket that I presume when he was gutting the wildcat he dumped the meat into, and I'll be like, I think you might be needing some of these.
I take the wine bottle and I attempt to siphon
Secretly.
it into it.
Okay, make a straight dexterity check.
All right.
Would there be any like cooking utensils that would help with this?
If you wanted to get your cooking utensils covered in blood.
Nah. I mean, I probably only have a knife to get covered in blood. But
Yeah, you managed to pour it without too much trouble. I'd imagine that the bucket probably has like a bit of a pour spout on it, so.
Good.
All right.
All right, so you now have a somewhat decent supply.
Yeah, you'll have about half a bottle, let's say.
All right. I join my compatriots at the bar with my bottle and drink some.
Meanwhile, me and Maddie are doing the true alcoholics, are acting like true alcoholics. That is, the most we do to each other is we acknowledge that we are drinking together, and that is it.
And what else do you like to do in this?
The true.
I'm supervising these 3 to make sure they don't do anything foolish.
All right,
Particularly the 2 drunk.
Yeah. When we take our long rest, I'm gonna.
I mean,
cobble.
as long as like none of the others, or at least people that aren't in our group, notice them just drinking straight animal blood. Should be fine.
The bard will come up to Vladimir. I assume that you won't stay at the bar the entire time because you're drinking. Yeah. He'll come up to Vladimir at one point. We need to speak in private.
God shits in my breakfast once again.
I think he's got a thing for you.
I'm just gonna say at this point, I was probably already almost done anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just getting started.
You said after a bit, so I like to imagine that he literally was just watching me drink and was waiting for the perfect opportunity to interrupt me.
Yeah, he was, pretty much.
What an asshole.
He appears to be a half-elf.
All right. Well, let's see. All right, let's see what back alley I don't get murdered in tonight.
He takes you out of the inn and around the side into the alley. He pulls his hat off, and he instantly changes. He is not, he's not a half-elf, he's human. And he's a lot older than he originally looked. You're a Belmont, right?
Hang on, what would it be would it just be insight for this guy?
Yeah. Actually, roll a history check first.
History, okay. First of all, let me see what my history is again. That one.
You recognize this man as Rudolph Van Richten, another vampire hunter.
Rudolph Van Richten? Bloody hell, wasn't expecting to run into you here.
Nor was I expecting to see you, Vladimir.
Didn't think I made that much of a name for myself.
I have kept an eye on the Belmont family.
So I can only make about 2 guesses about why you're here.
And I imagine you only need one, even with how much you've been drinking tonight.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Having a bit of trouble out here.
Well, yes.
I imagine so. You seem to take a shot from this rather nicely. Just kind of, yeah. I basically just said that, you know, nonchalantly, not really, like in that sort of way that if anyone was listening in, but they wouldn't understand what I just said, but he would definitely get it. Where I basically just told him, I hit Strahd with this thing, and it didn't seem to do much.
Just a second.
And
Let me go to wherever it talks about his character, because I know it talks about it somewhere. So I know how to actually, I remember like kind of the general details of why he's here, but I don't remember the full details. So.
You're trying to actually remember why Van Helsing's here.
Yeah.
It's because he's getting information for his book, Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, obviously.
Yeah.
Where the frick does it say it? I know it says it in here somewhere. Maybe it'll say it.
Because he's tracking a damp peer that just went into the tavern.
Yeah. Just like, you do know you're traveling with a dampier, right? A pain in the ass, I know.
Where the frick does it have his information? Just a second.
Don't worry, I'm just gonna picture Van Helsing standing across from me talking to me, and then suddenly stop and have like one of those YouTube loading symbols.
or on Netflix, you know?
Yeah, the one on Netflix, and he's just like, and then Vladimir is just like, this son of a bitch, DM needs to load. DM needs to find him. Damn it, DM needs to find his backstory. I'll just wait here and stack dice.
Sorry.
You're fine. It happens all the time.
I'll press pause on.
We make jokes like this. We make jokes like this all the time. I think my personal favorite is when Jacob would take his Valiant character, his paladin, and he would turn to a guy and go. He would watch the DM try to struggle to find someone's backstory, and he goes, I see the problem. Not drawn yet.
Well, I'm beginning to get up in my age, but I've come for one last challenge. I aim to kill Strahd. He's the greatest vampire. I've studied him for years, but I don't think I'm ready to take him on yet.
I'm not sure it'll take. I'm pretty sure it'll take an army of vampire hunters to take him on, and even then, I'm not sure what our odds are.
Not good, I'd wager.
Nope.
But I do have information that may be useful to you. There's a society known as the Keepers of the Feather. We are ravens. They oppose Strahd, and they are in this town, let's just say.
In this town.
They might prove helpful when the time comes.
Well, since we're sharing, might as well share with you a bit of something I learned today. There's a lady named Irina. Have her hold up in the church. Seems like Strahd wants her for something.
Well, this doesn't bode well for her.
I imagine not, especially since I've received some information that suggests that this isn't the first time he's done something like this. I reckon someone at least keeps an eye on her to see if he moves.
I have no intention to leave Vallaki anytime soon. I'll make sure to let you know if anyone comes near the church.
Yes. Not really. Well, I never exactly wanted to get back into this business. I'm not really given a choice in this matter, am I?
I'm afraid not. No one can leave Morovia without Strahd's permission.
Yeah, I remember that from the textbooks. Yes, we go. And I doubt he's going. And given that this is a perfect hunting ground for vampires, I doubt he'd want someone who's most likely able to kill him to be able to just walk away freely.
I believe he is hunting me even now. And I imagine he's hunting you as well. Regardless, I won't keep you any longer. He puts his hat back on and he becomes the half-elf bard again.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I just sort of and I just, change my tune to the bard. I change my tune towards him, extend my hand out. Well, if I ever need some music to be played, I'll be sure to let you know.
Of course, my friend.
Yeah.
And as you walk away, make a perception check.
Perception.
You notice a raven watching you from a nearby rooftop that flies away when you see it.
Well,
right.
the raven.
I'll need to mark somewhere something about the ravens. I seem to recall that being part of one of our stories, wasn't it?
Yep, part of one of the fortunes.
Yeah.
And you guys get some hot beet soup and some bread that night. Do any of you want a steak? It costs an extra electrum if you want a wolf steak as well.
Nah, saving money for now, because if that one previous store was any indication, I might need to save my gold.
Okay.
If I need anything serious.
And you guys get a long rest.
How do I roll for cobbler's tools again? Was that just straight D20 plus proficiency?
Straight D20 plus dexterity plus proficiency at disadvantage because you are currently drunk.
Wait, dexterity and proficiency?
Yes, because it's a dexterity-based tool.
Okay, so dexterity, proficiency, that means it's a 4 now. Okay, so... And you said disadvantage because I'm drunk?
Yep.
Yeah, alright, sure, fair enough.
You played yourself.
You know what, I'm just gonna... You know what, I'm not even gonna bother.
If you get a 20, the 20 overrides the disadvantage, but you don't get the nat.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Right. That was so close.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was close.
You didn't have the wrong modifier. That's cool.
That it taunted me.
So yeah, you aren't able to. You're not. You're drunk, so you can't really make any progress on the shoes.
Just like.
What do anyone else want to take as camp actions, and then we'll end the session.
So they just watch me just kind of half-heartedly just kind of chip at my shoes a second and just fall asleep.
Yep.
So what is our plans for tomorrow per se?
We'll be ending the session after this rest.
Yeah.
Right. It's like
but like marking for next session, which is going to be like a month from now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so first order of business, we got that nest of vampires we need to deal with. I probably should have told the one dude about it, but whatever. got a nest of vampires. We can't really just leave unattended. That guy seemed rather worried about it.
Yeah.
And, that is kind of in the middle of our city. That is in the middle of, that is, even if the church is, right here, and his shop is, right here.
The church is there, and the shop is there.
I thought the church was this building.
Regardless, if
the vampires would be going like this.
I don't see what you're doing for some reason.
You don't see my arrow?
I don't.
Huh.
Nope. I do
You
not.
see jack shit.
Okay. That's strange.
It's all the little circle you're making right there at the church. Or is that
That's mine.
So yeah, Joey's was booking the church, and I'm currently booking the coffin shop. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Over here?
No,
Well, regardless,
There.
So the point is that my point still stands that even if the church and the coffin shop are across the city from each other, that's still a vampire nest way too close to our priority target. So,
yeah. Yep.
So I think we need to definitely mark that vampire nest as a must exterminate, or at least drive out of the city. And if I need to pull a whatever the first town was in the first season of Castlevania, I will.
Vallaki.
What?
I think it's Vallaki.
It's called Vallaki, really?
Yeah, I think so.
No. Yeah, maybe it was.
Look.
If it's called Vallaki, there is no way that's not a reference to Morovia.
Yeah.
Because this town is called Vallaki.
I know that the country was called Wallachia.
Yeah, Vallaki. So it's similar, but
yeah.
It's
Well,
similar,
I mean, what was it? Like one of the original covers for the Castlevania game, Symphony of the Night, is basically the first edition front cover for
Curse of Strahd.
Ravenloft.
Huh.
Yeah.
Funny.
Except for they changed like the face, and then they just added in the Belmont, like just slightly lower from the balcony, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Curse of Strahd has been around since the 70s, so yeah.
Yeah, most D&D games have. So
there's very little originality.
Point is that that's a vampire nest. Whether or not they're loyal to Strahd is irrelevant, because the sheer fact that there's a chance that they're loyal to Strahd is one we shouldn't take here.
Yeah. I marked it on the map.
You're at the wrong building. It's the one across the little square.
Oh, it's this one. I thought it was in his roof.
No, it's the one across the square. I can't mark it because Roll20 is being Roll20 like usual.
Why can't I move the drawing thing? Come on.
Oh, that would
Just
explain
redraw
why you couldn't see it, because I was on the wrong layer. It's this one.
There we go.
I was still on the dynamic lighting layer. There you go.
Dynamic lighting for a city.
Yeah, there isn't even any dynamic lighting here. Really?
Okay, so
I just have to block up the
Maddie,
top of the
did
map.
you write that?
Rob?
that had to have been Maddie.
There's no way that wasn't Maddie. It also takes up way too much of the map. If you're gonna do that,
I love how none of us assumed it was anyone else. We were just like, Maddie.
yeah.
After all those
you are the one
shenanigans
who draws the map all the time. I don't. Not that I really want you to stop. It's just. It's just that it's nice to know who to blame.
Yeah.
Oh God. So yeah. So I think our first order of business tomorrow is kill the vampires, and if we still have time left in the day, we should probably deal with that babushka.
Yes.
And we need to. I don't know. Belmont should probably look into this Ravenloft business or whatever. This friendly Raven business.
Yeah, the Keepers of the Feather.
Keepers of the
Alright.
Feather.
What was I gonna do? I was gonna make some sort of arbitrary roll just to see if I get an at 20 on it so I can add it to my skills because I don't really have any skills.
Okay.
All right, I am going to investigate something because I don't have investigation. I will investigate the type of brandy, well, the type of wine that my friends have been drinking. There we
Okay.
go. Roll
Sure, go for it.
D20 plus 3. And I am going to spend my last luck die
Why? You got a 21.
because we aren't using it for anything else. And I'm just looking to get a 20.
Okay. Yeah, it's wine. It's a red wine. It's not particularly fancy red wine, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
Does it got a name?
Red Dragon Crush.
Ah. Does it have like an expiration date?
No, not really.
All right.
I mean, it's alcohol. It kind
It
of
is
Yeah,
stamped with
it's wine.
the keg is stamped with the name Wizards of the Wine Wizards of Wine Winery. I think it's what it's called.
That's a fancy name.
We should. Ah, that sounds like an interesting place. That'll definitely not come up later.
The bartender Irwin will tell you that they are actually running very low on wine, and that he would be very grateful if someone would go to the winery and see what's. And that the last shipment was supposed to get there soon, and he would be very grateful if someone would go to the winery and see.
Where's the winery?
Let me go to the map.
A man's booze is in danger. We need to mark this on our objective list.
I wouldn't mind a wine tasting, just like a side quest.
Yes, wine tasting.
It would not be a wine tasting. I'm just gonna tell you that. Right now.
We shall procure these things.
It ain't gonna be a wine tasting. I'll just tell you that right now.
Oh,
Oh,
It's gonna
Okay.
be, you know.
well,
A
yeah. There's
blood
going to be a
tasting?
battle, but we're doing a wine tasting thing while we're there to inspect the quality of this
Area W.
exactly.
area
W,
W. Where's
W right here.
Oh, W is on the far side. Far
Yeah, with the
west.
fields around it. The Wizard of Wine's Winery.
I don't know where that is. Where is it?
Here, I'll
Oh,
mark,
Where's
here.
the wine?
I'll mark it with a
The
wine
big W.
red.
Do you see the
I'll mark it
W?
with a wine red
Oh!
ellipse.
Right here? Is it
The
right here?
W stands for wine.
So yeah. Oh, right there. Okay. Okay, I was
and
right. Okay.
wizards.
Cool.
Red. Here. Wizards.
Nope, that's
Ooh. What's right there? That looks like a dragon burial site.
What does?
That's not what I wanted.
Y? Are you talking about Y, Maddie?
Yeah. Why?
Area Y?
What? Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what
Okay.
it is, but it's a thing.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that much.
Come on. Go up. There.
And yeah, that's where we will end the session.
Okay.
There we go.
So,
It's a little thicker.
that's the end of the session. No session for a while because Joey's going to be.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be away.
Yeah.
Oh, and at some point I'm gonna be like in Utah for like a week. I don't know if that's gonna happen during that month or.
I really hope it happens during this month so that it's not inconveniencing anything else.
I know it's in July.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm gonna be back by then.
Or will.
Oh well.
Yeah, that's the end of the session. Stop the stream now.
Honestly.